into betting.
Look at all the space I'm creating, everybody.
Bad monkey. Bad.
Oh, you got baited so hard. I don't think I can handle any more of this bot gameplay.
Spylo.
I mean, it's always gonna be Batman. It's always gonna. I mean, we might have times where I throw in one of my old school highlight intros. It might be sometime I throw in one of the ones that Baggins did for me, or the ones I did for myself years ago. But it's always gonna come back to Batman. It always will be Batman forever. There will be nothing but Batman. Batman while you sleep. Batman while you bathe. Batman at work. Batman at play. Batman in life. Batman in death. Batman in peace. Batman in war. Batman in black. Batman in white. Batman at day. Batman at night. It will always be Batman. So yeah, it's always gonna come back unless you guys really. Hey House, thanks for the 17 months, mate. Holy cow, 17 months. What the heck? Sup? Unless you guys would like to like watch a washed old man's highlights from like 2 years ago, literally over 2 years ago, then it's gonna always come back to Batman. So yeah, there's been talk and whispers of maybe down the road we'll get like a buff hardtack intro, but I can't get him around long enough to do it, so who knows. So yes, Omega Batman indeed. So yeah, I was planning on just doing VOD reviews, but we got a little bit of a surprise. Wheelzen, thank you for the sub, appreciate it. Thank you so much. That's super generous of you guys. But we got a little bit of a surprise. Now there are some surprises where you wake up one day and you're like, we're going to Disney World. There's some surprises when you wake up and my family hates me and left me and now I'm left out in the cold and I have no money. And then there's some surprises where you are skateboarding down the sidewalk and you run over a dead frog and you're like, ah! You're like, ooh, what is that? You're kind of like, yo, it's like this morbid curiosity of like, ah! But also like, ooh, like, oh, what is it? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like morbid curiosity. It's gross. You don't want to look at it too long, but you're kind of morbidly curious. Like, what is that? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like cringe compilations. It's like, oh, and that's what we're going to be looking at today. What I suspect, anyway, to be a IRL Overwatch University cringe compilation. And we're starting off with that, to be very clear. So we have a couple of VODs today that I'm really excited to do. Before we even get there, we're going to look at our cringe compilation. Now, normally Hammer Time is like something that we follow up with, but we're going to get right into it. So here's what we got. I'm a Masters player who has ranked over 10 accounts, and I can tell you that ELO Hell is very, very real. You can already see I've downvoted this, okay? Because my nitpick with this post. So let's talk about like what ELO Hell is. Okay, so ELO Hell is this fundamental idea that I'm a better player than my rank says because I'm kept back by bad teammates. Now, the obvious response to that, especially early when the whole ELO Hell argument, was that that's baloney, that's a load of bull. If, you know, like there's an equal chance of you having bad teammates as they've got good. Like if you are on average better than your teammates over the course of many games, that you'll climb. And everybody should know that. There's some people that don't, but that's the first argument against this. Now, there is some argument of saying that like, okay, sometimes rank is sticky. In other words, it will try and like, sometimes it will like, it discourages you from climbing too fast. And like maybe the algorithm is that you're more likely to get worse teammates if you start doing better. I don't exactly know what the algorithm is, but we do know this. We know for a fact that there's this, that number one, that if you look at the average SR of players in a lobby, it's almost always very close, regardless of rank. Usually almost very close. So even if somebody's on a hot or a cold streak, you would have to be, it would be very hard for a significantly better player to be caught in a lower rank. It might be occasionally, I think somebody mentioned ELO Purgatory, maybe temporarily you're put with a couple of bad games. You get unlucky, somebody's on a loss streak, or maybe the game puts you in that. We don't know. Like, we don't really actually know what Overwatch, like what's going in the gears in the back. But we do know is that if there is a system that like tends to discourage you from getting too good too fast, it's a very slight one. It's never even enough to go, what? I have 5 silvers on my team and they have 5 golds? What a load of crap is that? Like, that never happens. It never happens. So if it is, it's very slight. In addition to that, I have some personal experience with this because I'm in a unique position, and you can talk to other people like IOStux or other private coaches. I have done literally almost or close to or right at 1,000 VOD reviews. 1,000 VOD reviews of every rank, of every hero, mostly in the plat region. Gold, silver, bronze, diamond. I've done at least 30 to 40 VOD reviews of every rank. So it's not just been 1,000 VOD reviews. I've done at least 30 or 40 bronze VOD reviews, at least 50, 70, whatever silver. Like there's a standard discrepancy, right? I get more plats and golds and diamonds because that's more where the player population is, especially the player population that wants to improve. But I've done a lot of bronze. I've done a lot of GM, all that stuff. I have never, ever, not even once been submitted a VOD where I have come away from the VOD saying this person is like 250 or 300 SR off. In other words, I'm reviewing a diamond player. This person deserves to be in Masters. I'm reviewing a Masters player. This person deserves to be in GM. Maybe I'll be like, man, this player looked really good this game. This player could definitely be 150, 200 SR higher. That has definitely happened, yes. We'll talk more about why that is in a second. 150, 200 SR? Yep. 250 SR? Maybe a couple where I felt like somebody was playing very well. Like I'll get like a 3100 Ana VOD review and I'm like, this is better than the 3300 Ana I just reviewed a couple days ago, right? That has absolutely happened. But I've never seen a 300 SR plus jump. Never. Not once. Now there's another factor that we have to consider when it comes to Elo Hell and Elo Heaven. And that is the fact that people do not play the same on a day-to-day basis. Mental is extremely important when it comes to performance. Very important when it comes to performance. In other words, when people are performing, a lot of the times we will see this, right? Right? This is this is how people's ranked goes. Maybe this is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Now, normally when we're coaching people like this, the first thing we always bring up is that, you got bad luck. You got bad teammates. Maybe on Monday, your teams were on average like 25 SR higher. Tuesday, it was like about even. Wednesday was really bad. On average, the matchmaker put you in games that you had minus, 15 SR than the enemy team, and so on. So like there's you get unlucky, or maybe you just had a couple of throwers that day. It was just unlucky, or somebody, their computer crashed twice on Wednesday, but on Monday you guys benefited from levers twice in a row. Like that's just standard deviation. It happens, right? But the important thing to notice is that if we remove external factors, okay, we can clarify this as also personal consistency and mental. In other words, Monday you got lots of sleep, you were prepared, you were able to warm up thoroughly, and it showed. Tuesday, not so much. Wednesday, you were concerned about how Tuesday went and how it wasn't as good, and so you started to choke. You were trying too hard. You were trying to do too many things at once. You weren't just relaxing. I'm just going to work on my positioning and we'll see if we win or lose. You were trying to win games. You're putting really effort and you're missing heads, man. Come on, don't mess it up. You're getting hard on yourself. You're telling yourself what to do. There's a lot of things that I want to I would be able to talk about like mental. In fact, I'm still studying this a lot, like the effects of mental and like focus and learning and things like that. And Wednesday, you just were not in it. You were choking, your mindset was wrong, you were getting, and the worst part about this is when you start to struggle, if you don't immediately right yourself and say, you know what, don't worry about it, it's okay, stuff happens, you suck today, don't worry about it. If you get on yourself and are harder on yourself, then this happens. You get, not only are you here, you go all the way to here, right? Now, is this player fundamentally a different person on Wednesday than they were on Monday? I mean, in fact, you'd be like, well, why should be better? I've practiced for 2 days. But they're playing worse because of their thought, their mental. Their mental is worse. And we can blame this on Tuesday kind of being a mediocre day and us getting concerned over that, and then Wednesday got even worse. So if I reviewed a VOD from you on a Monday and you on a Wednesday, I would say if you blindfolded me and didn't tell me obviously I'd have to review the VOD, but I played on a different account and I didn't even know it was the same person, I might guess that there would be a 200, 250 SR gap between these 2 days, even though it's the exact same player. You see what I'm saying? It's the exact same player. In fact, they've had 2 days of practice. They have the exact same goals. Maybe they even had the same sleep schedule and they ate the same crud, but the mental is not there. They were distracted, they were upset, they were tilted, whatever, or they were frustrated, and they start playing worse. So if you factor that in along with the the standard randomness that is the matchmaker, that's at least a little random, then this is going to happen. And it used to be worse. Do you guys remember back before 2-2-2 lock? Maybe the game would put you in with 3 mercy mains, or 4 tank mains, or only 1 DPS player, and then that was just a train wreck, right? So now it's better than it used to be. So you have to understand when it comes to Elo Hell or Elo Purgatory, whatever, that yes, the matchmaker and unlucky things happen, but also you are a variable in terms of how those matches go. And the variability is almost always your schedule, like your scheduled like playing, like your alertness, I guess, like how much you've trained, how much have you warmed up, how alert are you today. But the other one, really big one, is your mental, right? Because remember, all it takes is one bad game to completely make you play worse. Not a bad game in terms of, oh, you played poorly, as in you played poorly and now you're thinking about it, and now you're trying too hard not to play poorly, and now you're going to play even worse. And that is something that I can relate to, because I'm hyper competitive. I get really hard on myself when I play poorly. Pepper, you know all about that. And I start playing worse and worse and worse. And you are a variable in this. So now what we're going to look at here, but the takeaway here is that if it is your mental, that will make that you can drop a rank. Absolutely. You can absolutely drop a rank. I could be reviewing a person who's normally masters and they're having a really, really bad day and they're playing like a diamond. I've worked with many players that have done that. And that happens. But the point being is that, unfortunately, as sad as that is, you deserve that rank. If your mental is so fragile that you tend to boom and drop like that, sorry, you deserve that rank. There are Overwatch League caliber players in the past that I know of who have let their bad mental prevent them from being in Overwatch League or getting good contenders teams because nobody wants to play with that player. Not just because, oh, they're not a good teammate. It's because they do well when they're good, but when they're bad, they're literally worse. You'd rather have almost like a low GM DPS player than this tier 2 Overwatch League player because they play worse. They click heads. It's not just that they're annoying. They actually start positioning in worse. They start struggling to click heads, and they start playing the game at like they're playing at a lower rank. And that's an issue. Do I recommend reading The Inner Game of Tennis? It's funny that you should mention that. Yes, I do. I just finished that book, actually, a couple days ago. Okay. So anyway, but it's not just that book that I'm learning this from. It's from some other, but that book is excellent at discussing this. Huh? The Comfy? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, this is right here. I could tell which one was right here. Yep. Okay. So, the reason I downvoted this is because it is a pat on the back for all. It is a psychological trick that this player is pulling. Because first off, who are you? You're one, like, how do I trust you? Do we trust this person? Do we know who this person is? Is one person's disingenuous description all of us, like, look at this. This is just a feel-good post. Oh, see, I knew it. A Masters player told me that Elo Hell is real, so it's got to be true. Do you know who this player is? Have you ever seen them play? Do you know everything about their situation and about their mental? How do you know he's not lying or she is not lying? You don't know anything about the situation, right? So this is just, hearsay. Now, let's actually look over the post, and then let's actually look over the gameplay. Because first off, remember we described as that you could be a worse player and you deserve that rank? Well, I'm skeptical that a Masters player... Well, let's talk about what rank. I've been playing Overwatch since release, 2 hours. I play around 34, 3,500 all rolls. So first off, it's worth noting that this player admits to being high diamond, very low Masters. You're a Masters player, but if you're playing around this rank here, this is not really Masters. This is high diamond. And remember, the higher on the bell curve that you get, right, the bigger gap from here. It's a bigger gap to go from here to here. Like it's a lot harder in a lot of ways to go from here to here than here to here, right? To go from 4,500 to 4,700 is a lot harder than to go from 2,300 to 2,500. You're further along. The competition's a lot hotter. All right. So first off, it's worth noting this person is not really Masters. They've maybe peaked Masters or they occasionally hit Masters, but they're not a Masters player. I've gotten to Masters on multiple accounts, but many of my 12 accounts are hard stuck in gold. Okay, so gold to masters. So 2,000, you know, let's say 300 or 400, all right, to 30, let's just say 3,500. That's 1,200 SR. And now we're hoping that this guy is not lying and not being disingenuous and saying, oh, I'm stuck in gold on tank, and this guy's a DPS player. Let's say he's a tank player, he's playing a tank, he's DPS. This is not a reasonable gap in SR. This is not what you'd expect from standard deviation. This is not what you'd expect from even mental boom. Like, you'd have to be either physically ill to play 1200 SR or worse, or addled or stone drunk, or I don't know how badly you would play it to have. This is a massive SR gap. Massive SR gap. Okay? So this is concerning. Either there's a conspiracy, Elohel is real, or something's wrong. You know, there's a rat in the water. Okay, I smell it, right? I can honestly say, while I'm getting kills in gold is much easier, winning games is much harder in gold than diamond or masters. This is even if there is some sort of a Elohel, this is a factually wrong statement. This is nonsense. This is illogical. Now, if he had said winning games for me is much harder in gold than diamonds or masters, that might be, you know, that's his experience. Okay, that's unfortunate. Maybe he's got the bad luck of the draw. Maybe Overwatch thinks that he's a lower rank. Maybe there's something goofy in the system. But he is describing winning games as much harder in gold than in diamond or masters, which is fundamentally, factually wrong, because in every game you lose or you win. You lose or you win. There is no second option or third option other than a draw, in which case you're still not winning or losing. Right? Winning games is much hard. No, it's not. It's just as hard as it is in diamond or masters. Without context, this sentence is absolutely false. This makes no sense. This is like saying, you know, like I'm trying an example. It's harder to win tic-tac-toe. It's harder to win tic-tac-toe than it is to win, I don't know, chess, right? Well, if you start factoring skill, yes, but the game is fundamentally the same. Somebody always loses and somebody always wins. That wasn't the best analogy, okay? So either way, this makes no sense. And diamond, I feel like I can relax, and masters have to try hard, but gold feels like nothing I do has any impact on whether I win. Okay, so this is more, you know, personal opinion. So we can let that pass. That's personal opinion. If I get a pick or two in masters, that will usually win a fight. But even if I get 3 or 4 kills in gold and still lose a team fight, okay? Unusual. Maybe there's something in gold where if you get a pick or two, your team doesn't know how to like push an advantage properly, so that they tend to choke one fights more often, which is fair, right? How many times have you guys gone, oh, we've killed everybody, the Genji's still alive, and then he blades and he kills 4 or 5 and wins the fight? Niwachu.
I'm so glad you're talking about this. I read the post when I woke up and was suspicious.
Thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm suspicious as well. Let's figure out what the deal is. So yes, I can say, okay, there's a Genji still alive. He solo blades like 6 of our teammates, and maybe he gets away with it like bronze or gold, right? Where otherwise at higher ranks, it's literally impossible to do that. So maybe in gold, it's more likely to lose choked fights. But again, it's also easier for you guys to benefit from that, where you don't get any kills and you still win, right? Just based off the nature of the randomness that is lower ranks. I will say tank is the best role to consistently carry. Again, in my experience, but with the intentional role queue, that doesn't really matter anymore. Okay? Is he saying that role queue and normal open queue being a tank player was better because this only makes sense because in open queue you were more likely to get people that like you were less likely to get tanks, right? The fact that tank queues are so short tells you there are fewer tank players than there are DPS players, and so you're more often to run into a game where if, hey, I'm willing to play tank, then you're going to start climbing. That was definitely the case with open queue. That makes mathematical sense. Whether your accounts start climbing into platinum above or stay stuck in gold is almost entirely due to how your placement matches and treasure games go after. Again, citation needed here. In this time period, you can gain or lose hundreds of SR per game. That I've never seen that happen before. I think the most I ever got was when the game I was a master support player. It placed me in low gold. I don't know why. So placements are busted. And I won like 11 in a row. And I think the most I won was around 45 or 50 SR per game, the most. So I would, again, citation needed, right? Why are we taking your word for it? We get a few unlucky matches on this can ruin accounts, set you back hundreds of hours. Okay. But it sets you in, okay, sure. Maybe you lose the opportunity to get the freshly moldable SR, but you're not saying that you're describing Elo purgatory. In other words, it takes you longer to climb because you're at a lower rank with MMR. But you can still climb. You'll still win the majority of your games. The Elo hell is you're not going anywhere. You're stuck. And that's a completely different thing that you're explaining here. I was in high plat within 10, 15 games. I played hard gold. It's like a really good environment. So, again here, this could also be because when you placed or were in high plat, you were less boomed. When you played in gold, because you were boomed or you had a bad day, and so it carried on. That's like saying on days where I played really good, I ranked really high. On days where I played really bad, I ranked really low. Well, I mean, that could definitely be the case. Okay. The matchmaker also will put you in games that thinks it will win, lose, depending on whether it thinks you belong. Again, citation needed. We're guessing here. Many games I play are clearly not meant to be fair. Again, citation needed. With 3 to 6 Smurfs on one team and an entire team of silver border gold borders on the other. Again, citation needed. Low ranked accounts does not equal Smurf. It is more likely to be a Smurf because it is rarer that you have somebody who has leveled account or bought an account with a gold or silver border and decides now that I'm a higher ranked player, I'm going to play on this account. But again, Smurfs does not equal low ranked accounts. It could be an alt account. I got accused of being a Smurf all the time. I remember when I was playing with my Genji only account years ago, I'd be, oh, this guy's a Smurf. He's level 20, 29 or whatever. In the very next day, I'm being reported for throwing because I'm a bad Genji, right? The very next game. And I was the same player. And mentally, I was still there. It was just a more difficult circumstance. I got lucky with a blade and everybody just like loses their minds. The lower ranks are simultaneously the ranks that are the most likely to be affected by a Smurf and the ones that are most likely to inaccurately accuse people of being a Smurf. It's the same with every game I've played. Cheating accusations always plague lower ranks more than higher ranks because but at the same time the lower ranks are also like, so it's understandable because having a Smurf in a low rank game sucks. Like you can solo carry, like if you're a GM in a silver or gold game, like legitimately you could almost have your entire team be brain dead and still win. But they're more likely to, false accuse. I think that rank where I see the most actual Smurfs is probably closer to Diamond because that's where newer, actually pro, like really good players, that's generally where they place. And again, that's not technically a Smurf. That's just where the placing system is kind of bugged out. But I don't take my word as fact. I hold myself to the same standard. That's just my experience. I don't know that for a fact. But this word gets thrown around a little too much. On the other hand, I have accounts that seem genuinely unwinnable games off the bat, installing gold platinum. Some of these accounts take me weeks or even months to climb into high plat. Again, bizarre. That seems really strange to me. I mean, we don't know how much he's playing. I prefer a number of games here instead of description of time because he could play one game a day, then obviously. Where games start to become predictable and less of a mess. I'm trying to make sense of what's bizarre. Okay. All right, so this is the nice thing is that he or she posts this, but then they actually throw in some replay codes. Now, I have not looked at these replay codes. To be very, very clear, I have not looked at a single team fight of any of these replay codes. So I'm going to pull open Overwatch, and we're not going to VOD review this guy. In other words, I'm not going to take this as an educational opportunity outside of the fact of, I can describe him playing poorly or badly, or well, excuse me. And we're just going to kind of get an idea of whether this player truly looks like a Masters player or even a very high diamond player in what we're looking at here. I think a lot of the comments I did see were people talking about like how you have to play differently in Masters and Gold. And while I think that's mostly horse manure, I do to an extent think that's true. Like I could differentiate good play from bad play regardless of rank. And I don't think that you need to play differently from Gold and on Diamond, Gold and Masters. I think the differences are very slight. Maybe in Gold you have to be willing to group up in more unoptimal positions. In other words, your team might not know the best positions to hold. You rely on your teammates to peel you a little bit less. And as I mentioned earlier, you assume that team fights are won when the entire enemy team is dead, not when, there's only 3 or 4 left. They can always clutch in lower ranks because, there's more likely of something really wrong going off because people aren't as disciplined. But there's not a massive play style difference. Like and when I'm playing in lower ranks, I'm also less likely to be punished for mistakes. So it's a two-way street. So we're gonna take a look at this. We're gonna skim, like I said, we're gonna try and get through all 3 replays, or at least as many as we can. So we're gonna play these pretty fast. So we're going Kree. That's fine. Kree is a pretty low risk, pretty low risk, hero. He's positioning on the angle here. Now, what we expect from a low Masters high diamond player, let's be clear. Now, every player has their strengths and weaknesses, so maybe this person is really good at one thing, really bad at the other. Is a decent positional thing. In other words, taking some angles occasionally, not wasting his ultimates, not feeding, decent mechanics, not staggering, things like that. Just very basic stuff. So not a fan of his positioning right now. Okay, looks like we are going to flank. Okay, so this is good. This is maybe what we'd see from a Diamond or Masters player. I don't like that fan. He's mispositioned now. And so far we haven't really done much. We're not really pressuring the Pharah. Okay, so some missed shots there. A little concerning for somebody who's a higher rank. Again, very bizarre positional stuff. Why would he roll in like that when he could just shoot? He's going very aggressive with flash. And honestly, like, you can look at ult charge distribution here, and he's like, for considering McCree has a very fast ultimate to build, he isn't really doing anything. And his positioning is not good. This is not good play. This is, yeah. Let me check this here. This is not looking anything like Smurf gameplay at all. And he's also the one pushing cart as well, which is obviously, you don't want your ranged DPS heroes pushing cart. Keep in mind as well, chat, if somebody's peaked in Masters, does that necessarily mean that they're a Masters player? No. Again, they could have been literally perfect mental that day, super hyper focused. They got good RNG, and so that bumped them 100, 150 SR higher than they generally are. So let's also keep that in mind. He's missing headshots on a Rein. That's basically standing still. And again, I've done that many times, but that's not something that I would love to see from a low Masters player. Like, that's a concerning. Okay, there we go. There's some headshots. Hey, Optic, good to see you, mate. And terrible high noon. This is way outside your effective range. Again, the flash fan stuff is bizarre. Bizarre positioning. Still frontlining. I mean, what has our crit rate been like? Have we hit any crits? Again, the flash fan. He's not even looking at the Pharah. Unfortunate. There we go. Ingle. Well, I mean, the fight's lost here. Go Soldier. We're going to try and quickly go through this. There's no way this is Masters. I mean, that's my thought as well. Not even, this doesn't even look Diamond. This could be Plat at best. He lagged far behind that target. That was good. This is fine. I mean, he just lost to an Ana. He just lost to an Ana. With healing station. The swap to Soldier is also really bad as well. So obviously that's not a huge factor, but this is not at all where you want to play Soldier. You need longer sightlines for Soldier. McCree is more comfortable in the short, tight sightlines. And this is good. This is not good. Why would you leave so far to the corner? Like, this is just brain dead. This is not, oh, you know, Diamonds make, no, Diamonds almost would never, like, Diamonds should know better than this. Masters should know better than that. Chat, so far this is not good. This is certainly not. Like, our crit percentage. 1 kill. We stopped tracking the Moira to throw a Helix rocket when she was like 10 HP.
I've got you in my sights.
No, no. Where's the pressure from your tanks? Where's the off angle or flank position? Like, the fundamental thing that you know here. Everybody should know. Like, I expect that from a silver or a gold player, absolutely. But, you know, Visor, you can just get shielded off. Like, that stuff happens. Okay. Are we going to push and take high ground? Are we going to peek that high noon? Like, not only does the man get booped, which obviously is unlucky, he should not be peeking this at all. Like, it's not, oh, he gets booped, unlucky. This right here is a mistake. You peek into a shield that breaks the high noon and you have a high risk of dying. This is really bad gameplay. Anybody who, without bias, looks at this gameplay. Like, for example, if somebody sent this to me and said this is high gold play, I would go, yeah, that seems about right. And again, why are you here? You're down. You're down. Certainly should not be frontlining. So this is where we can see that the gold thing of where a fight should have been lost is actually won. So what I mean here is, let me be very clear what I mean here. So we shatter. Do we get a kill? Fights. We're down. First off, we're down 3, and we're just still fighting, right? But somehow our Rein actually gets a kill. Rein dies, then our Lucio dies, and they've nanoed Kree. Now, you might be thinking, okay, is this fight so winnable? Probably not, but in gold, you never know. So you gold, you do whatever. But again, my problem here isn't that fact that we even took a fight here, because whatever, there's enough members of your team, maybe it's winnable, whatever. Why are you frontlining again? And why are you swinging so wide? Like, this tracking is not good. There's nothing about this player that even closely resembles Masters. Can we update the VOD command? Just, is Elo hell real? If not, there's a mod jet. I can handle it. And yeah, this man teabags. Okay. So we've seen enough Soldier. His Soldier is really bad. There's nothing redeemable whatsoever about his Soldier. Let's check out our McCree again. So already concerned about, he's checking flank. You have to take into account the cockiness for sure, but this guy's, so that is something else to consider. People assume that they're in lower ranks and then they get cocky and then they play worse and then they get mad when they're dying to lower ranks and then they boom and then they try too hard, and then that's like the chain. If you're a smurf or somebody that's like a little bit higher, maybe you start getting too cocky, you choke, you do worse, and then you get boomed and then you try force it and then you end up playing worse across the board, right? That's definitely a factor for sure. But the problem is here, the cockiness isn't even deserved. We're playing, like I'm sorry, an entire team fight happened and we didn't do anything. Like, an entire team fight happened and we didn't do anything. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We shoot an entire clip at an Ashe who is doing minimal 80-80 strafing, and we miss every single shot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All whilst being mispositioned. Go Soldier, because hey, my team's not healing me, so I'm just gonna play solo flank funny hero. Terrible Helix. There we go. Hit some shots. Again, on a mostly static target. This guy starts to look down as if he's helixing when Helix Rocket isn't even off of cooldown yet. Did you guys see that? Did you guys see that? Look at this. Look at this. This is pretty funny. First off, terrible Helix Rocket. Now watch this. Healing station, sure. Shoot, you see that little flick there? Helix Rocket's not off cooldown there yet, bozo. And then he just launches Helix in a deflect. And again, what does he contribute to this fight? 1 kill, but the problem was, he gets 1 kill. He gets 1 kill as his team is already dying. They're already down like 2, or they're losing the fight already. This is just agony to watch. His mechanics are so bad. Like, not to mention popping out like that before your team is even there. Like, you get no value out of the flank if that's how you're going to time your flank. Because they can all turn around and focus you down for free. Okay. I don't want to see any more Soldier. Like, I know your Soldier sucks. I know your McCree's mediocre. McCree sucks too. Like, let's not kid ourselves. Hey, let's see some Reaper, boys. How good's our Reaper? Okay, gonna clear out the Zarya. Why did you stop shooting Zarya? You stopped shooting Zarya to shoot McCree, who was at 1 HP. Look at the distance we're playing here with this hero. Why are you playing this distance at this hero? Obviously the high noon there. But even before that. Flank, flank, please. Flank, flank. Okay, this is... I mean, there's nothing terribly wrong, but there's also nothing like really terribly right either. Okay, this is really concerning, chat. Next VOD. Let's do these quickly.
Welcome to Oasis.
And let me update VOD command. Hang on. It's a troll. We'll find out.
4, 3, 2, 1. Round 1. Capture the objective.
Okay, positioning main, cringe. Flash fanning at max range, cringe. Please, please. Again, standing AFK in main. There's some nice shots there. Not even close to landing. Walking in the middle of the Reinhardt and fanning the hammer. Throwing shots into blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 missed shots in a row. I mean, we're just standing here. Let's see what our high noon is. Let's check our high noon. Timing's a little risky, but it's fine. Unfortunate. But unfortunately, we position ourselves... Like, and when I say it's fine, it's not fine. It's just not a complete troll like the previous high noon was. At this point, we're already down a bunch. Like, what? But yeah, again, nothing here screams even mid to high plat to me at all. I mean, obviously, did we know Sonic Bow was there? I don't know. But we see the Hanzo and we continue to walk in a straight line. And I'm really trying, again, not to be nitpicky here. Gosh, dude, like, this is so painful to watch. Good, throwing shots at the wall. And then standing out in the open again. We're AFK. Are we AFK? Are we just gonna sit AFK? How long are we gonna be AFK? Okay, we're literally lagging way behind the team fight. Awesome. Where are my picks here? You've had ample space. You've missed multitudes of shots. Gotten little to no flashbang value. You're just existing and landing occasional body shots. There's no like actual value being put out here. Like, if you're hitting more of your shots or positioned better, there would be. But you're not astonishing me with your mechanics. You're not astonishing me with your ult usage. You're not astonishing me with your decision making. You're not astonishing me certainly with your positioning. So like again, like, I'm sorry, what? Like, what? This is a different story. This is, what? Are you joking me? I just can't. Like, what? This guy in his roll-in flash fan in the middle of the enemy team. That's like a signature move. Okay, nice. Brilliant. Okay. Let's see what we got now. We left? Okay, wait, what? I'm sorry, chat. Something screwy is going on here. We left the game and then came back.
Round 2. Capture the objective.
Okay, Torb. Well, chat, we got baited. We got baited. So now what we're going to do is we're going to report this post. Multiple times with everything that we can possibly throw at it. Okay, screw you, OP. In 10 out of 10 bait. Well, chat, they got us. They got us. Crap. I mean, I hope you guys got something out of that because we just spent 40 minutes on it. We got baited. Screw OP because, you know, he's actually giving everybody else a crutch to, like, actually read. And worst of all, he actually threw that game. Like, screw that guy for throwing that game. But, yeah. I would probably say Winston would have cart in our key rules because I think Winston's positioning would be easier there. Or Ryan, honestly. Like, I know Ryan is not a very popular person to have on cart, but sometimes Ryan on cart's okay because he's got, like, no range. If your team plays smart, they shouldn't need a shield in poke situations. But it's really, really, like, honestly, like, finding out who's on cart is actually pretty difficult. I just generally want you to avoid range heroes in cart.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh, I put the rest of your clothes.
Thank you. So yeah, we got baited, chat. I hope you guys learned something from that, though. Not so much the footage, so much as like the discussion before that. Because like, absolutely, it is very normal for people to sway with SRs, for you to get stuck. But a lot of it has to do with either bad RNG with the game, which happens, but more importantly, it has to do with you. Your mental, your focus, your discipline, your frustration, and ironically, thinking that you're in an elo hell, it can oftentimes, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. Okay, well, here's the thing. Like, if you have ranged heroes that can play cart and contribute to the fight, then absolutely. The problem is that as we saw there, their cart was outside of LOS of where the fight was happening. So Ana's range doesn't matter if the fight's happening around a corner. But if you could be on cart and contribute to the fight, and you don't have a great position to go to, then absolutely, for sure. So in other words, if you can play a long sideline and you can use cart for cover, then yeah, and you're not playing against dive, need to get to high ground, then yeah, sure. Leebs, thanks for that. Holy smokes, a tier 3 sub? Your mom's gonna be so mad. No dinner for you. Appreciate it, mate. Thank you so much. Am I your favorite tier 3 sub? You're my only tier 3 sub. I think. I don't like. I feel bad. I'm probably insulting somebody. I honestly cannot remember. Chat, how do we see what subs do we have? Does anybody know? It's at Overwatch University, ironically. Froggle Bunwich. Yeah. Yeah. But thank you.
I'm headed out.
Okay, I love you.
But good luck.
Like
Win. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good job with all your viewers.
Thank you. Is Lucio going to be in cart and Rhine Brawl? No, actually, because Lucio enables his Zarya and McCree to push up and poke and speed them out again. Lucio has terrible range, but he allows range to get more work done before they have to back out. Does that make sense? If you're playing Lucio with like a spam comp, so if you're learning like Lucio with like an Echo Zen, then yeah, but Lucio can kind of like people poke for a little longer. PDA? Yeah, gag.
Sorry.
My day is going well, thank you.
It was even better now.
Doubtful. But yeah, that's disappointing. I think the post got taken down already. Did it?
Hey, real quick.
Did it, chat? Please, please. It's gone.
Your post?
It's gone. Wait, is it? I can't see my comments. Wait, no, it's not. No, it didn't get taken down. Oh, it's got a misleading thing on it. It's got a misleading thing on it.
Love you.
I love you too. I love you too. You too. The problem with these posts is that you get like an OP heavily sways all the comments. It's very, very real. Like, and then you get people that like back it up, but just it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. It's like a little echo chamber inside here. Yeah. It's like Trump voters. All right, we're not getting political in here. Ron Paul 2012. But yeah, it's been tagged for sure. It's been tagged, so that's good. That's good. All right, let's do some VODs. Let's do some actual educational content. Because here's the thing: is we can tear down that kind of crap over and over again, and it deserves to be torn down. It was legit bait, and it's dangerous bait as well. Dangerous bait. That's the thing you have to worry about, because it's like it's actively hurting people. Crash, are you in chat? If so, can you tell me what? Okay, never mind, I found your VOD. I couldn't find your replay code, because you'd given it to me, but I looked at it earlier, or I'd pulled it up earlier, and then didn't use it, and then I forgot what map it was, and I was trying to load it. It said it's already in your replay viewer, and I was like, where is it? Okay, so let's message Crash and let Crash know that we're viewing VOD. Give me a second, chat. Crash, viewing you. Okay, all right, we should be all good there. Now some actual educational. Ron Paul's not Mormon. I do your share of VOD reviews, and it's always the same story. These players complain that the ELO don't actually deserve a hiring. Yeah, I mean, and as we said today, like there's absolutely can be situations where you're playing worse, or you get unlucky streaks. Like I had when I climbed from silver to GM, I had like 12 game loss streaks. I remember when I was trying to figure out Ana, and I lost like 300 SR because I got boomed and I got unlucky, and I had a bunch of levers and we didn't have a tank player. Like, yeah, that stuff happens. Like, but like, on the long, it just doesn't matter that much. Okay. Let's look at this here. So we're going over Mercy now. For those of you in chat who have not seen me review a Mercy, you're in for a treat, because we have a good time. Because when we review Mercy, we are literally actively going out of our way to smash the stereotype. Mercy players, if you are not hustling your butt cheeks off, sweating and like sweat pouring from your brow as you're maximizing your APM, damage boosting, positioning perfectly, pocketing everybody, pocketing people who are doing things, right? Then I'm going to flame the crap out of you. Mercy players are simultaneously the most bullied community and simultaneously the most lazy community in all of Overwatch. Now I'm hard stereotyping there. I'm just spitballing. And it's because the class has this stigma of you just have to get carried by your team. So what this does is, like Elo Hell, it says, oh, it's just my team, there's not a whole lot I can do, so then I guess, I just hope I get lucky. And then what happens is the Mercy players bot out. They stop thinking about what to do better, they stop thinking about like what I need to improve, and they just go like that. So what we do is we say, that's false. You can absolutely climb and improve all the way to GMS Mercy, one-tricking Mercy if you want to. There's just a lot of skill curve that just doesn't get discussed. And no, the skill curve isn't just surviving. It's also about effectively aiding duels. In other words, helping the right person, whether it's damage boost or healing, at the right time. Now, I'm not saying any of this about Crash in particular. I'm sure Crash is a great Mercy, and Crash is hustles and all that stuff. But what we're going to do is we're going to look at, is Crash hustling enough? Is Crash making the right decisions? Could Crash play better? We're going to find out. This is Plat. So there's like a base level of expectancy here. I expect to not feed with resist, not to feed with positioning, to be approximately where you need to be at all the right times. And yeah, here we go. So this is going to be fun. So the first thing first here is the number one rule is chat. If any of you have seen me VOD review Mercy before, who do we pocket as Mercy? This is a bait question. See if anyone gets it right. Who do we pocket as Mercy? It's a bait. See who gets it. It's a bait question. The person doing stuff. Exactly. Not Echo, not Ryan, not Genji. The person doing stuff. Now, normally, that's going to be Echo. High damage heroes that put out a lot of damage always benefit more from damage boost. But if your Reinhardt, your Zarya is nanoed, your Genji is blading, your Reinhardt is in the middle of the enemy team, your Echo is mispositioned, then you would not damage boost your Echo. You only damage boost people who are doing things. And if you're damage boosting people who are not doing things, then you're wasting your time. And that's the challenge of Mercy, is making that decision in the heat of the battle and swapping. Okay, it's Echo. Okay, now it's back to Genji. Okay, Echo's good position, back to Echo. Now, Echo is the highest damage hero on your team. She's very mobile. She likes having a pocket. Most of the time, you'll probably be damage boosting your Echo. But do not say, I damage boost Echo. Do not. Watch. Don't pocket, just support. Well, sometimes you pocket. Most of the time you might pocket. But you need to have the self-awareness to know when you should not be on her and when you should. And the problem is with most Mercies, they'll see a Junkrat, they'll see a Widow, they'll see a Genji, they'll see an Echo, and they turn brain off and they just beam that person until somebody else is critical. And you lose self-awareness and you lose a lot of value doing that. So right now, we should absolutely be pocketing Echo because Echo is the only one doing things, but we're not pocketing Echo. And so we're already off to a bad start, okay? You know, there's Call Me Ishmael, and there's and I think Moby Dick starts off a lot better with the former, not with the latter. This VOD has started off with a shriek, a screaming whimper, obnoxious beginning already, and that's not encouraging. Because right now we're heal pocketing to boot an Ana who's doing absolutely nothing. Okay, full HP, damage boost, damage boost, damage boost. Do you see this here? You could reasonably say, hey, my Rein is kind of doing stuff, but not really. Not really. And then keep in mind also as well, like if you damage boost your Rein, what value does he get out of it here? Does he get anything out of the damage boost here? Do you think that he needs the additional healing here? Who do you want your Ana healing right now? Your Echo or your Rein? The reason that you pocket Echo isn't just the high damage, it's also because it's easier for your other supports to heal the Rein most of the time. Now, that might depend on if you're running like Zen Mercy, where you just like your Zen to keep Orb and Echo, and then you can pocket Rein because you do more healing than Zen. But if you're playing with an Ana, or with a Bap, or with a Moira, you're going to be healing your Rein. Or healing the off angles, excuse me. Holy cow. Okay? So this is concerning. We're not even looking at the Echo, and now the problem is done. Because we were too slow to pocket who is actually doing something, and the squishy that was doing something, because our beam matters more to a squishy than it does to a Rein. Now, even though we will pocket the squishy now, what's the problem, chat? What's the problem now? If we pocket Echo, great. But what the damage has already been done. What damage has been done? Echo's out of the fight. Exactly. Now she's not doing anything. You would love to have Echo stay here. Maybe this isn't a great position for Echo to be against double hit scan, but you'd love Echo to, we'd love Echo to be aggressive. But now it's too late. You'll heal her back up, but she's already out of the fight. And so you're already starting off on a bad note here. And you're still healing your Rein. Now you would definitely heal your Rein, even though Ana might be pocketing her, because you know, a critical target generally just requires healing. Like you might be like, okay, Echo, I gotta leave you for a second because my Rein is critical. That's okay. But we were pocketing Rein before he was even critical. And at this point in time, definitely get off of your Rein. Let your Ana do the rest of the work. Please pocket your Echo. Please pocket your Echo. Please pocket your Echo. Okay. Now, chat. Who should our Mercy pocket right now? This is an excellent opportunity to actually discuss the concept here. Whom? Is it whom? All right, grammar big brains. Is it who or whom? It's a direct object, so it should be whom, right? Zarya, Rein, or Genji? Yep. Seriously though, is it who or whom? Whom? Whom should our Mercy be pocketing? Because she's pocketing whom? Who? Okay, who? Okay. All right. But yeah, Zarya. I would definitely pocket Zarya here because she needs healing, but she's also in the middle of the enemy team. Now, obviously, you could go, okay, do I damage boost? Do I heal? It doesn't matter. If you can heal her and then immediately swap the damage boost as soon as she gets full HP. The point being is that your beam, you are in a position and your beam is connected to somebody who might at any point in time need damage boost or need healing. Remember what we always say, the person that often needs damage boost is also the person that's more likely to need healing at any point in time. Because if the Echo is aggressive, she's going to need damage boost or want damage boost, but she also might at any point in time need healing because she's aggressive. Stop, you guys are trolling me. No to whom? Okay, so who? Good job. Now swap off of her immediately. Personal bubble, she's basically fine. Now you should be swapping either to damage boost on Zarya, or you look at the battlefield and say, hey, my Echo is also now an aggressive. And if I have to choose between damage boosting my Zarya or damage boosting my Echo, because my Echo is a squishy, I probably want to damage boost my Echo, and she's got high damage as well, right? So you make this decision, right? But now that they're both equally positioned, you probably go with the Echo. But unfortunately, Why do I don't? These pistol swaps are weird. We're a little slow on we're a little slow on the beam swap there. Right now, probably would immediately swap to damage boosting my Zarya again, but you're hard tunneled on your Echo. You're hard tunneled on your Echo. Right there, your Echo is 100% the person to damage boost, considering the positioning here. But you hard tunneled on your Echo, and now you're tunneled on your Zarya. Heal the Rein, but chat, why would you not heal Rein here? Why would you not heal Rein here? I know this is a little slow at the start, but we'll speed up as time goes on. You could give your pocket to whom? Yeah, okay, makes sense. Why would you not pocket your Rein here? No, it's not just the shield. Earlier, we were right to pocket our Rein, even though he has a shield. Look at the battlefield. Look at the battlefield. Rein is safe. Exactly. Right there. That's it. Rein is safe. Look at your Echo. Your Echo is not safe. Because you guys are big braining like, okay, well, he has a shield, or well, you know, we'd rather have Nano than Valk, so you want to feed more ult charge to your Ana. Those are all fair points, but I want you to focus less on that right now, and the more important thing, which is the Rein is not doing anything and doesn't need to be doing anything right now. That's the other thing. He doesn't need to be doing anything right now. He's not going anywhere or doing anything. The Echo is. Pocket the Echo. Do you see the lack of awareness here? Can you imagine playing any other hero than Mercy and doing this? I want you to pretend we're playing Zenyatta right now. This is what you're doing as Zenyatta.
Let me get you patched up.
Can you imagine that? That would just be absurd. Like you'd be like, what is this? What is this Zen doing? Right? Heal. Okay, damage boost. You keep losing your beam. You need to work a little bit on that mid-flight control. Heal. Heal, please. Heal, please. Your Guardian Angel control is really, really bad. So we're going to talk a little bit about everything, chat, and then we're going to streamline our feedback to help our player improve here, okay? So, because this is not just about the person we're coaching, it's mostly about the person we're coaching, but it's also about the person who might benefit from listening to this, okay? So you're thinking, you want to pocket Echo, great. Now you again lose your beam. You're here. Your Echo shifts up. So you need to close the distance a little bit. But the problem is that you cancel your shift and you hold space. And what this does is this rockets you not only past your Echo, but it rockets you into open space. Whereas you'd want to be hiding like here, where yeah, the McCree can still shoot you, but if the McCree shoots you, you can drop like a rock and hide. All right, so we don't like this. And we keep losing our beam again and again because of these overcorrections. So you need to Guardian Angel. And by the way, Mercy's in chat. Where are we at? 153. Let me pause really fast. Your settings as Mercy, there's one setting which I think is left up to personal preference. And that setting is, whoops.
I'll be watching over you.
That setting is, oh, where am I looking at? This one. Guardian Angel preferred beam target. This is up to you. So there's benefits where it prefers beam target. If you're doing a pharmacy, that way you don't even have to look at your pharmacy. You can just hover permanently with her. But obviously the error there is that if you're beaming this person, but want to fly to this person, you can't do it. Right? That's something that I can do with this setting, but you can't do if you don't do it. So I can stay pocketing this person as I fly to this person. Okay? The one setting, though, that is not optional, you do not get a say in it, you have to shut up and listen to Coach Spilo, is this one right here. First, I'll toggle beam connection. Everybody should have that off. But this needs to be off. The second unless you have something wrong with your pinky that doesn't allow, like arthritis or something, you should not have to. You need to be able to press and hold for Guardian Angel, because for you to have it off of toggle, so let me put it on toggle, excuse me. That means I have to press it again instead of releasing it instantly. So if I go here and I do the full Guardian Angel. But the problem with that is if I want to stop, it takes a full another button press to stop. I don't want to have to do that. I want to just simply release it and I stop instantaneously. That gives you a lot more control because it reduces the amount of time it takes for you to stop, right? So in other words, I can go here and say, okay, I want to get close to my guy, but I don't want to peek out in the open, so I'm gonna Guardian Angel and release it. I'm instantly, that's it, right there. It's as quick as a blink. You know what I'm saying? Boop, boop.
I'm with you.
Doesn't take 2 taps. Just really stop and release. And by the way, there's 2 other heroes in Overwatch who should have this toggle also enabled. At least 2 that I can think of. Can you guys think of who they are? Who else should have not toggle on? D.Va, yep. You should never have boosters toggle as D.Va, so you have to hit it again. It should be hold and then release. And Soldier, yes, Soldier as well. You should, for sprint, you hold to sprint, release to stop. That should be how it's done.
I'm taking
Yeah.
care of you.
Lucio as well should have toggle off, yeah. To like rapidly be able to swap. Yeah, for sure. Hold for, okay, the only problem with hold for speed Lucio is, I actually, yeah, I'm not gonna get into Lucio. Let's say Lucio's a much more complicated one though. But for D.Va Soldier, definitely. But again, you want to be able to hold and release so you don't go say, there's enemies here. Oh no, I meant to hit again, and now you're out in the middle of the open. Okay, so let's go back to our career profile and let's continue with this VOD review. Okay, so something to work on for sure.
Traveling to Icon. Ready for battle.
Okay. Yeah, so Lucio's a lot more nuanced. Okay, so positioning is fine here, totally fine. Could be a little bit closer to the wall. This is not fine. Not only do we break our beam, but we're at a high risk of dying.
Are you winning?
Yes, Dad, I'm winning. I'm winning. I've actually won a bunch in a row. I'm literally getting nothing but W's. Thank you, Father, for being the example of what not to do so that I can adjust my behavior to the counter opposite of the terrible example that you set to me, and I'm able to live my life in peace. Go back to the nursing home and never speak to me again. Fine, good pocket. Again, Echo is your pocket of choice because of the high damage, but also look at her positioning. She's playing very aggressive, so she deserves your pocket. A little slow on the heal there. Would have liked to quickly heal up and the damage boost again. Nice. Do we like what we've seen? Do we like, is this so far so good? I mean, I'm not gonna give you guys time to answer, but think about it, right? We're damage boosting someone who's in. We're damage boosting a squishy so that our Ana can heal the tanks because she's better at that and we're better at healing squishies. And we're damage boosting the highest damage target on the field. Yeah, the movement's not very good. We're a little slow with the beam and breaking beam, but like what we're like, so this is mechanically bad Mercy play, but the decision making is good, right? That's what we'll. And I don't love this here. Again, I don't love that. Again, we're healing Orion, who's not critical when her Echo is in. But I would rather have this than healing a Reinhardt here, AFK, while her Echo is going in. But it's still, like right now, your Ryan is okay. He's not critical. Focus on keeping your Echo in. Because again, look at your Echo. This brother's about to go after a Zen. She needs all the help that she can get. I'm concerned about your Echo. And again, do you see how she backs out? Ooh, that was really close. That pretty should have gotten a kill there. Okay. When did we get this Valk, actually? So we've had this Valk. I actually think that we should have Valked this sooner. I'm sorry, we're not even thinking about Valk. Oh, there's so many things to think about here. I'm not gonna side chain onto Valk right now, but let's just say that we try and use it early in fights. Get the pressure going early in fights. That's all we're gonna say for now. I don't want to get too distracted. We're already kind of split right now. Valk on engage. Yeah, that's a fine range. Okay, try and get off your Ryan as quickly as you can. As quickly as you can. Like, I would already be off my Ryan. He's behind a corner. He's under no pressure. He's no longer critical. Instantly go back to your Echo. We're still on Ryan. Even with Valk, I know the bait is that unless there's literally like 5 members of your team literally all grouped around your Ryan, it's not worth it. Valk, the value of Valk isn't only because you get side chain beam. It's the additional healing, the additional mobility, the longer beam length as well, so you guys get double the beam. I mean, look at this. This is like ridiculously long beam. So don't feel bullied into only Valking your tanks. Like, again, you almost lost a squishy there because you're tunneled on your tank. And look at your Echo. Ooh. Go for the res. Do it. Yeah. Yeah, and you can frag out. I mean, unironically, yes. Don't know what I want to do here. So I can understand your hesitancy, especially because you're down your Rein to follow up with this Echo. Because she's got a copy, and you know she's just in, and I don't know if you as Mercy want to be in. So maybe you go to. This is okay. You're not gonna win this, I don't think. And I certainly went pistol. This is way too far off a range, and there's no squishy heroes. Like pistol's only good especially if there's like a squishy hero, low HP and close, or if you're Valking. This is not good pistol. Yeah, you guys lose this fight. Alright, thankfully they grab. Just go ahead and get out, or die. Die rapidly. I would not be healing here. This fight is lost. You need to just die. Don't waste additional time by keeping. It's like inhumane to heal your Reinhardt there. Let him die. Like, there's almost like a euthanasia argument coming up here, but like honestly, just let him die. You and the Reinhardt need to die. Weird that you go out that spawn door. That's kind of odd. Pull the plug. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Very slow in adjusting your beam. You're damage boosting when she's at 50 HP. Again, who are you pocketing right now? You can move and pocket at the same time. Okay. All right. Good. Nice. Woo, careful. Nice damage boost. Why did it get jittery all of a sudden? Please swap the healing a little faster. Oh yeah, a little slow in beam swap. That's unfortunate. We won't pick on that too much. Too political. Okay, damage boost, please. I'm begging you. Damage boost, please. Crash! Crash? Hello? Am I watching that Torvad all over again? Okay, there we go. I don't know why you stopped to heal your Zarya again. Your Zarya is fine. She's almost full HP. Please stop at the pistol swap. So you seem to have a really bad habit of pistol swapping sometimes. Something I'd avoid. Okay. So this is a situation where I want you to stay with Echo, because you're like, well, my Echo's not really doing something, but she's about to do something, and ultimately your team is too far split from the Echo, so you do have to pick and choose. So this is fine. Drop. Close. Heal. Hello? 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 Oh, jeez. You are very clunky. You are very, very clunky. Very clunky. Look at this. You're still damage boosting. Now you start to heal, but the beam breaks. You turn around like, where's my Echo? You beam your Genji. You beam your Echo too late, and then right as she peaks, she's at 160 HP, and she gets 2-tapped. Now, could you have stopped that? No, not really. But it's another example of you being very lazy and slow with your beam. This is why I'm very hard on Mercy players. You look at the awareness and the fluidity of this, and you're like, there's no way this is high plat. Like, if you look, can you imagine a Genji or an Ana player having this, like, lack of awareness at 2900? Now, that's not to say that Mercy's an easy hero. She's not. Especially once you get her out the plat diamond region. She starts to get tricky, okay? But there needs to be a lot more hustle in other aspects of your gameplay. You might be, so far your reses have been good. Your positioning has been kind of shaky. You at least have looked to pocket people. Your decision making has been okay. Your Valk was good earlier. So there's been a lot of good things, but some of the really basic, like easy stuff is just is concerning me. Like it's like seeing like a world like record gymnast who can't do a somersault. It's like you can do everything, but he chokes on the somersault. It's like, come on, man, like fix that. Like that we shouldn't be seeing this in high plat. And again, like why are we damage boosting my Genji here when we have an Echo as a better angle? Like maybe if this was an Ashe, I would damage boost my Ashe because the sightline is nice and long over my Echo even. But you're not even thinking about this right now. And again, we're still very slow in the damage boost versus heal thing. We're still very, very slow. Damage boost your Genji, please. No. Damage boost your Genji. He's nanoed. Maybe not. But something. But I'm not so sure. Chat, what is your opinion? Should you damage boost a nanoblading Genji? Or do you think that's just the return on investment isn't high enough because he's already going to basically one-shot people? Wake of Exodus, thanks for the sub, mate. Through April? What the heck? Early sub, thank you. You guys have differing opinions. Let's talk, let's think about it when this, probably not a necessary Valk, but okay. Fight was basically already won, you nano-bladed, so that's not a great Valk. I wanna think about it more. But chat, do we kind of see what I'm talking about when we're talking about like Mercy play absolutely has impact? Like, you just let your Zarya die. Your Zarya is absolutely doing something, probably something a little too aggressive. You're gonna pistol, that's fine. But then you just walk away. Instead of pocketing your Zarya, letting her build charge, letting her poke, maybe, you know, build more of that grav, slow them down from touching, you just walk away. So there's a large proportion of major errors in your play. And you guys are not gonna cap. Unfortunate. GG's. There's a lot that this Echo could control. There's a lot that this Echo could contribute, or this Mercy could contribute to. Like, you have to think of like, and people always blame Mercy as like, oh, you can't carry with Mercy. Listen, if it's the same with any hero, like with any DPS or Ryan, like a DPS is only good as the space he gets. Now he can make the most of the space that he does get and win 65% of his games. A tank is only good as the DPS and support follow-up. He creates a lot of space and does so without dying and pushes out the right angles and they still lose a fight. Sucks, happens, go next, right? Mercy, you could be perfectly pocketing, rezzing, everything being at the perfect place at the right time, not dying, using good use of your Valk and still lose a fight. But no hero, the difference between Mercy and other support heroes is it feels like you're doing less, which is why people get lazy with it. But you're absolutely contributing a great deal. You have to think like every time you pocket the right person, you just increase the chance that you guys win that fight by like 1 or 2%. Every good decision is another 2%, another 2%, another 2%, right? Now, I'm not gonna be dogmatic about that number, obviously. Like, I have no idea. But I'm telling you, there's so many times that we've seen in these fights where you could have, like, you lost this fight because your Zarya died. Unironically, the biggest factor in you losing this fight was your Zarya dying. Not even the shatter. Like, it went downhill before even that. Like, you guys weren't gonna win that fight anyway. Your Zarya died. Your Zarya died because you didn't give her pocket. So you can look at this and be like, you threw this fight. You threw the fight. You could also argue that you wasted the Valk and you threw the fight. And that's just one fight. With your Zarya staying alive, you guys win that fight. It'd be very difficult to lose that fight. You might still lose it, but you're significantly less likely to lose it. And I'm not saying it's easy. It's not. But it's something that you have control over. Ooh. That's why I'd be very, very careful of when your Echo goes in for copy, because she's going to go in, and she should. But, yeah, problematic. Damage boost, please. Oh, no, your Echo. Just in case you guys don't know, if you're Echo and you get CC'd off the map as another hero copy, you will die. In other words, this Echo might have been just trolling, or they might have been thinking, hey, I can copy Ryan and pin in and then fly out. But the problem is once you're off the map, you are off the map. You are dead. Watch this. Watch this. There's the Echo, and she's dead instantaneously. So just be aware of that, Echo players, please. So with every hero, if you get booped off the map, if any hero that you copy, you are dead. Unless somehow your copy ends before you guys hit the floor. So, where's your... Oh, you go Hanzo. Okay, so now, again, it's like, you have a little bit, like, Hanzo's a good day, like, this fight's, wow, what? What? How? Nade? Wait, what? What happened to your Hanzo and your Zarya? How? He just doesn't take any damage. Does he miss the dragon? He must miss the dragon. He misses the dragon off to the side. And if I remember correctly, Hanzo was too close. Yeah, maybe it was too close. Yeah, that's crazy. Wow. Unbelievable luck there. Sucks for the enemy Hanzo, though. Nice Valk. Oh, I got him, boys. Oh no, I fell off of high ground for some reason. Oh, it's delightful. Absolutely delightful. Ah, delightful. All right, we'll watch a little more. Damage booster Hanzo. He's got a good angle. He's in. Nobody else in your team is really doing much.
You should be
This is where it gets to be a little bit trickier. I would probably still damage your Hanzo because he's got a decent angle, but you could reasonably damage boost your Zarya here as well. Again, why are we beaming a Zarya? A Rein who's full HP, bubbled, has shield, while we have a Zarya who's N and a Hanzo who's N. Enough with the tank pocket. This is brain dead Mercy gameplay right now. I'm taking the kid gloves off, okay? We're putting on like the Muhammad Ali replicas, okay? This is brain dead Mercy gameplay right here. We do not give this a pass. You get no pass. Go straight to jail. This is also brain dead Mercy gameplay. You have people who are actively engaging, doing a lot more than Mercy pistol damage, or who would be doing a lot more if they had damage boost. Good pocket. Nice pocket. That's what I'm talking about. Damage boost versus heal. This person could have benefited from damage boost, but they also needed healing almost instantaneously because they were so aggressive. Now swap. No, do not swap to your Reins. Okay, there you go. Damage boost. Nice. There you go. There you go. Yes. Where have you been all my life? No, no, no. Ooh, get off, main. Get off, get off, get off, get off, get off, get off. Ah, la 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 la. Ah, ha 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 ha. Ah, la 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 la. Okay, okay. That was a little uncomfortable there. Okay, so we're outside beam range. Again, as Mercy, you're okay, not again, but perimeter positioning, right? Outside, or you fly across and you come here. You don't kind of stand here. Like, this is where you do not want to be as Mercy. You are playing maximum beam range, or you're on the other side of the map. One or the other. Okay, this is not where you go. Because bad things happen. Like, you know, this. They're not even aiming for you. I mean, yeah, the jungler doesn't know what the heck he's aiming for. Okay? Yeah, bad mispositioning there. You need to decide. Do I play this or do I play that? You guys should still win, though. Okay. We'll watch one more team fight. Let's watch just a little bit of defense. Does anyone have any questions so far? Do anyone have any questions look so far? Again with the pistol swap. Sure. Sure. Again, she's doing something. She's aggressive. Sure. La 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 la. This is where you swap Rein. Nice. Now swap back to Echo. Quickly, quickly, quicker than we are doing, please. Stop with the pistol swap! Stop, 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 stop. Stop. Please stop. Stop! 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 Stop. I'm gonna personally go to your house and get a tiny little nail clipper and just nip, nip, nip on the top of your fingers if you do that again. Every single time. Not enough to break skin, just enough to be a general nuisance. Swap heal. Good. This is where Guardian Angel prefers beam target is useful because you don't have to be looking for your Echo to maintain beam on her. But it does mean that you lose beam elsewhere, so I'm still on the fence of that setting. If there are any high rank Mercy mains in chat who want to chime in with their opinion, again, why? Why are we not damage boosting our Echo here? She's absolutely in an aggressive position. Nobody's critical. Nobody else is in an aggressive position, really. So why are we dropping beam? And please stop playing out in the middle deal. Again, why? You've got an Echo and a Genji. Both are about the same health level, but the Echo is more aggressive and does more damage. Why would you prioritize a Genji over an Echo here? The Genji is missing, what? Like, 7 or 10 HP. Again, we're on Rein. Now you need to pocket Zarya, but you've already fallen behind an Echo pocket. You see this? This Pharah should not get away with this. You're not even looking for your echo. You're not even looking for your echo. Now you're pistoling. Ah!
Let's get you back out there.
Okay, we're gonna stop right there. Okay, so before I am overwhelmed with a fit of fury and I start rapidly punching my computer, we're gonna stop right there. The main issue with you as at Mercy is you are lazy with who you pocket, and the micro thing is we need to break that habit of doing the pistol swap at inopportune times. It needs to go. Now there's some issues with Valk and positioning, and that's fine. You know, it happens. Don't worry about it. Okay. Here's the thing. The thing with the Mercy play is if you started actually thinking about who you should start pocketing, a lot of these issues would fix themselves. Like some of the positional stuff, instead of like being too slow to heal or damage boost, it's because you're just tunnel vision. You're just botting out. You're just, you're not even thinking. You need to think to play this hero. You understand me, chat? You need to think to play this hero. If you do not think and play this hero, you are getting like a minuscule percentage out of what Mercy should be doing in a team fight. And yes, you will lose a lot of games. You will lose games. So your challenge is going to be looking at the battlefield and making the proper decisions. And we've seen you're capable of it. You've been very good at healing critical tanks. Very good. You have attempted to pocket Hanzos. You've attempted to pocket Echoes. You've healed your Squishy when they needed healing, like the Ana when she needed healing, so she didn't have to nade herself. So you already have the checklist down, and you seem to be doing a decent job of damage boosting or healing who is aggressive, but you do it very inconsistently. So inconsistently that you're losing fights that people you should be pocketing. Is it good to pocket a Torben spawn? Yes, he will build his turret instantaneously, and so your team will mad tilt and leave the game even faster. So I need you to hustle more with your pocket choice. Chat, if you've seen me coach Mercies, this is the one thing that Mercies always suck at. We look at Ana's, it feels like the cooldown usage and positioning are always talked about. We look at, Reinhardt's, it's a lot about clearing high grounds. With Tracers, a lot of it has to do with like timing the pressure, or timing the pressure with Wrecking Balls as well. With Mercies, it is a disease that Mercies do not think about their beam and who and when and what they're beaming. And that needs to change. We're going to single-handedly Viva la Revolution, comrade. We're going to completely revolutionize the way Mercies are being played and like get these Mercy players to hustle, because there's so much value left in this hero that is not being exploited. Okay, and if you have any questions, Crash, let me know. Okay, next VOD. Chat, actually, okay, really quick. Do any of you guys have long names in chat? Can you guys spam chat? Can you guys spam chat for me? Unironically, can you guys spam chat for me just a little bit? Because I have to adjust Twitch chat because it's cutting off the left side there. Yeah, do you see aeroplanes thing? Okay, you see it's cutting off here? Okay, we gotta fix this. Okay, so new chat. Okay, that's fine. It's the chat itself that needs to fix. Okay, properties. Whoops, no, that's the wrong one. Chat, transform. Let's see if this works. All right, chat, let's cross your fingers. Will this work? How far do we have to go? It's gonna bleed out on the other side. That looks okay. That's a start. How far can we greet it? That should be okay. I think that should be fine. 142, we'll do it, okay? I can't make the box wider. It's like goofy. It doesn't work. Like, so properties, and then we need to shrink the width a little bit. I'm gonna need you guys to spam chat again in a second. Not yet. I think 870 should work. Okay, spam chat for me again, just a little bit. I'm sorry, guys. I literally have to have people do this for me, because if I spam chat, my name is too short. Especially if you have a battle tag. See, this is my subtle way to get people to sub, because I need people with sub tags to get it. How does that look? Ooh, amazing jab. Especially long messages, y'all. Long messages. I think it's perfect. Does it look okay to you guys? I think it's perfect. It's like fits. Just look on the right. See it on the right? It almost hits the white, but not quite enough. Good enough. Okay. And so we did, it was 870. Oh, I see a chips a sub in my chat. Oh, bless me. And then transform, we cranked it down. Okay, so now we have to do this one too. Just shame on me. Okay, so this one's gonna be hard. Chat. Again here. Edit transform. Again. I think that should be good. Let's get to like 160. 158. Yeah. 157. Okay, and then properties. Let's do. Oh boy. Hey, Kasaurus! Thanks for the raid.
This is a trash can.
You're just in time for some exciting Twitch chat adjustments. So, Kasaurus, we're going to be doing more VOD reviews briefly in just a moment. But I'm actually asking people to spam chat for me so I can actually get this figured out. Because we're trying to. I just got updated our UI here. For those of you guys know, Kasaurus is the assistant coach for the San Francisco Shock, the Overwatch League team. So he's a old friend. So thank you again for the raid. You've been raiding me a lot recently, man. I'm flattered. It honestly feels like it fits. What's this copy pasta? Wait, hold shift and you can adjust it how you want. Man, I don't give a rip. You know, I'm not that smart. Okay, chat, I need like one more time. The last scene I need you guys to spam for. The last scene. One more round of spam, boys and girls. One more round of spam, and I think this is the last scene where it's going to be hard. Yeah, see, it cuts it off. One more round of spam. One more round of spam. Especially if you're subscribers, because you guys got the long, stupid tags. Very fancy. Thank you. That looks good. Does that fit? Ooh, I think it fits. Roses are red. Caskets do friends. The means do not justify the ends. Hey, I think we get it. I think we did it, chat. I think we did it. It's good enough. My only problem is like the stupid, you see how like shift feels like, okay, look at your Jat's message. See how shifted right it is? It's kind of poop cheeks, you know what I'm saying? All right, well, thank you. Thank you again for the raid. Don't make fun of me, Lucky. Okay, this is just gonna have to be good enough. Shift, but no, but like I'm saying like how it like it, you see how it's like shifted, like you see like the chat is all like kind of like margined to the right a little bit. I don't know, whatever. Cut off your names. I mean, yeah, exactly. I don't want to see who's in my chat. Screw you guys. Sir, how high are the chances you review me today? If so, you'll stay up late. Oh, okay. I mean, give me a second. I have to check my schedule because I have something somewhere I have to be. So give me like 1 second. I have 2 hours, so I will. Give me 1 second, Calix, I'll tell you. Give me 1 second. Okay, we're gonna do steady, and then we're gonna do Calix. So we'll do yours today. See you, Kasaurus. Good luck in scrims. Do you know when you just tap using Echo's flight ability with what hold for light, you can go higher than if you use toggle for light? I did not know that. Remind me to like look into that later. So yeah. Okay. First off, we'll just start with Calix's VOD because Calix has got to go to bed. Okay, and it starts off on a really great note. I love this. Calix, I'm gonna send you to bed in tears because the first thing you say to me. Here we go.
Now arriving at Lijiang Tower.
All right, what hero are we even playing? Okay, we're playing in McCree. All right, here we go. Wait. What's the rank? What's the rank, chat? What's the rank? The Penitent Man will pass. Tier 2. I'm a tryhard. I've been playing seriously since 2018. I've been trying for ages to push the GM, but despite extensive self-reviews I've been able to figure out what's giving me, I'd appreciate some general insight and tip over the incredibly speculative hero advice, since I want to reach goals on more than one hero. What rank? Rank is Masters. Masters. And here's the message. I have a replay code for you here. Smiley face. I feel like there wasn't anything I could have done better. On first map, I was getting gate kept by tanks and boobs and couldn't shoot at anything other than Pharah. And on the last map, I felt like I couldn't get an angle onto anything but shields. If I didn't hard flank and go for a trade, which wouldn't have made sense cause res. Right. So, we are going to be playing what hero? It looks like Kree to start. Is it Kree all the way through? All right, we're going to be smashing the mangles with the Kree. Let's update our VOD command. Commands. Edit, exclamation mark, VOD, Masters, Mook, Kree. How could this, so the question is chat, is this gameplay going to be as good as the Torb, Soldier, and McCree gameplay we saw earlier? Because technically it's about the same rank. It's the same rank, right? So this should be as good as the other stuff we saw earlier, right? The standards have been set high. So like, good luck, Calyx. I don't know if I'm even pronouncing your name wrong, but I don't give a rip. So we're going to have fun with this one. Now, to be fair, this map is pretty rough to retake to. So if something unlucky happens first fight, I could theoretically see somebody, you know, playing relatively well and still struggling to get across the joke. But we're going to look at this and not say, hey, was this fight team, was this game winnable or not? But what do you need to work on? Because I don't give a rip if this game was unwinnable. Nobody cares. If you were making mistakes in this fight that are translatable to any other, map, that's what you need to work on. Screw rank, get better. When people send me VODs, the goal is not to climb. The goal is to get good. Get good. Have fun. Improve yourself so you feel better about yourself. You have a good time. Like, it's fun to improve. Like, don't tie your self-worth onto what rank you are, because you'll always be pushing higher and higher and higher. Instead, find enjoyment and pleasure and satisfaction out of the process of feeling improved. Right? Hey, I improved at that. I can feel that. That's awesome. Good for me. I did a good job. I put in good work and I accomplished a goal. Accomplishing the goal is the challenge. That's why competition exists. The competition isn't so much, oh, I'm screwing up the enemy team, we hate those guys. It's because we need those guys to feel the sense of accomplishing a goal, right? That's what competition's all about. Calyx? Okay. All right. Yeah, going bridge is sketchy. Ah! So, first things first. It looks like you're going that way right now, but your priority needs to be here to here ASAP. Okay? Here to here ASAP. We get there. Nice. Now here's the thing. Here's the really lovely thing. We don't have to shoot at Pharah until she forces us to shoot her. You hear what I'm saying? Read my lips. No. You don't have to shoot Pharah until she gets into a location where she demands attention. So, in other words, right here, it would be best for us to shoot Reinshield or to shoot Zenyatta than it would be to shoot Pharah, because Pharah isn't doing anything until she gets closer. When she gets closer, she's also easier to kill, right? Now, one thing I would say here, chat, do you think our McCree is in the best position our McCree could possibly be positioned right now? Or do you think that we could make a small adjustment? And if so, what's the adjustment? Calyx, what do you think? I'm not going to give you guys a lot of time. So the goal is that we want to angle as McCree, and we can kind of describe our front line, or the core, as being this right here. So what I want you to do here, is I would probably swing here. Listen for audio cues. If Pharah starts to fly this direction, you're going to have to give it up, because she's going to be directly over you, and that's not a duel you want. But you would like to do this. You'd like to do this, get an angle on that D.Va, on that Zen, an angle to where that Reinhardt can't hide shield anywhere, maybe an angle on the TP. There's like a lot of things that you could do other than where you are right now. And I would not, okay, this is maybe okay, but even this is a little scary. Because you see how you're actively pursuing a Pharah duel? Risky. Very, very risky. I think this might be more of a matchup mistake more so than anything else. In other words, I don't even think this is like a macro error. I think this is just, you don't know how, like, you're making a mistake in chasing a Pharah. You do not, this is not good for you, because even if you get the 2-tap, you're gonna have to get the 2-tap through like flash 2-tap with Kong, right? So she's either gonna have jump jet or Kong, which means this is if you get this kill, you're gonna be like blowing my mind. Like, the odds are not in your favor, Senor. Because even if you land the flash, you're entering at 1 HP, you have to hit a flashbang on a moving target, and then hit 2 headshots at a moving target. Because a headshot body shot won't kill her. Because she has Mercy Beam. Right? And then obviously, because you pursued the kill, you're dead. Because you can't get out fast enough for this to work. So this just feels like a matchup error. This is you forcing a duel with a Pharah in a sightline that is not favorable to you. Like, do you see Yezin's, like Yezin, or oh my gosh, I'm not even gonna try. Yezna. I'm just gonna say Yezna. It's not his name. Whatever. Yezna. And this is how he takes duels at hit scans. He pursues this kind of sightlines. Yazin. Gucci gang. Okay. So what happens when you let like white American kids try and pronounce anything other than like, you know, Wonder Bread? It's difficult. Honestly, I would swap Widow here. Like, you've built no meaningful ult charge, and that's a free kill. Okay. Masters. It's a little better than our Torb friend, isn't it? Okay. Look at their comp. Look at their comp. Look at the situation. What do you think our Kree could do? Because I'm not gonna lie to you, this is not easy. Okay, you're playing on a ridiculously hard map to retake on. But what could you do? I unironically would say I need an angle on these guys. I must have an angle on these guys. They don't. Yeah, I would hard flank their bridge. Hug the Mega. Be hyper aware of the enemy diva. But I'd do it. You might die, but you would get so much pressure done. Like, okay, here's the thing. Here's the thing is McCree. You need a sightline, you need an angle. You have neither of those right now. You got to kill the Zen, brilliant. But you don't have an angle and you don't have a sightline. You either make it work, high risk, high reward, and time it perfectly and click heads and it works great, or you swap. Right? Spawn camp the Zen. I mean, yeah, it's not a terrible idea. I think I would rather have you contribute to the fight. I'd maybe shoot a little bit here than spawn camp the Zen. But I would not go here. I mean, this is okay. This is okay. But the problem is you see the problem with this though is it's like this is okay, but if you're gonna take this angle, let's put it this way, Calyx, if you're going to take this angle here, why are you pressing W? Why are you pressing W? Why did you go from nice corner, nice angle here to I'm on top of point? Why did you go here when you could have played here? I probably would not have gone here. I mean, maybe, but I'm a little scared of like boops here. But why are you walking onto point? At least this far in. And it gets worse. You continue to move. You get the wide swing. Right, but that's a mistake. You had BAP with you, but it's still a mistake. Maintain the sightline, and that's all you need to do. You outrange this comp heavily outside of Zenyatta and random Pharah rockets. There is no reason for you to go, I'm going to close the distance against these guys whatsoever, especially with the diva on the field. This is atrocious. You're gonna die here, or you're gonna get pressured so hard that it's not gonna matter. Back out. Back out. Out. This fight is lost. Out. You could have gotten out here and restabilized in here, and they would not have been able to chase you and punish you. Out. You just staggered your team for a full 10 seconds, because this is when the fight's lost. Right. Language is hard. 1, 2, And fight is now lost. Out. Out. You staggered. Again. Yeah, just you need a better sightline. You're playing your McCree like you're trying to get up in the face of your enemies. At least that's how it looked like on the Pharah, and it's how it looked like in the D.Va. You don't need to do that. You do not need to do that. You can do that against Widowmaker comms, Hanzo comms. If they've got like Arista Sigma and you guys are running Brawl, fine. But you're playing a hero that puts an immense amount of pressure. Don't worry about having a little bit of fall off range. Like this is. Ah, jeez, that just sucks. Masters. Now, very good. I was waiting for that. So that's a really important thing to do, chat. If they're running Pharmacy, you can screw Valk or sloppy Pharah so hard. Look what this Pharah does. Look what this Pharah does. She gets res. First button she pushes is jump jet. Mistake. Mistake. When a McCree has high noon, you do not do this. Honestly, even if the McCree doesn't have high noon, this is still a mistake. This is like 3.6, 3.7. Very good job. Very heads up play. This fight's lost. Nice. Okay. Again, I appreciate the kill on the Mercy here, but do you see what you're trying to do here? This fight's still winnable. Where should we be going as McCree right now? Where should we lean to? Calyx, where should you lean to? No, not point. Look at the battlefield. Right dojo. Exactly. You do not stay here. You see enemies here. You rotate, establish a sight line, and you AFK spam from here. You need to stop with jamming your face up into this. And it gets worse. You walk towards the D.Va, not away. Not only towards her, but away from cover. That's the one advantage you have over that hero. So we have died now 3 times. 3 fights into a row. By W King N. Helping Zen would be an alright option here. You don't even know Zen's there, do you? Let me see. I might be wrong. I mean, did we even see Zen was there? I mean, I didn't even know there was a Zen there. I didn't even know there was a Zen there. And again, like, if you, no, I just don't, I don't agree. You can see them through walls, though? No, I agree. I know that. I could see them through walls, too. And even though, I mean, maybe I'm just blind, but I had no idea Zen was even there. So unless there was, like, a communication... You were beaming him? So unless there was, like, a communicational thing, like, this feels off. Honestly, Calyx, was this, like, you're trying to help Zen, or was this just luck? Because this feels like, honestly, like, even if there was a Zen here, this doesn't feel like the right play, but I can give you more slack. Because, like, look at this right here. Look at this right here. Do you see what your Mercy and Zen are doing right now? What if you were here doing what you're doing right now? You get Harmony, Beam, you're probably fine. Okay. Okay. So you were trying to help Zen. But there's still an issue here. Even if that one was a little unlucky, we have died 3 times in a row to basically 4-hitting. Like basically 4-hitting in. Against a comp that doesn't outrange us at all. You've got great clicks, dude. Like your clicks look pretty good. Yeah. 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 I want more sightlines from you. I want more sightlines from you. Because I'm not liking what I'm seeing. I was a rough map. I don't think you played terribly, but you definitely should have had a bigger impact than you did. Here's the thing though, Calyx. Here's the thing though. Like people get in the mindset, chat, why does McCree have flash? What is flash for? At least most of the time, in my opinion. Depends on very compositional specific. But what is flash for? To punish what? In other words, don't what punish over aggression. I think that's a good way of putting it. Yeah, there's a lot. You guys got it. Protect yourself. Yeah, I agree. I think for me, flash is what lets you hold long angles and stops enemies from trying to screw with you. Like, it's what prevents Tracer from basically preventing you from ever splitting. McCree without flash could never split from his backline. I mean, obviously that's an exaggeration, but he would have a much harder time splitting from his backline. He'd have a much harder time playing long. He wants long sightlines and he wants angles. His flash and roll are there to allow him to hold angles because he can flash you if you try and bully him out, or he can roll back to his team. You don't go out looking for flash value. Does that make sense? Like, you don't, I don't think, like, the way I describe our Coach McCree flash is you don't try and look for value with flash. You just, you look for value with your gun and you use flash to hold that space. With very few exceptions. Like flash shatters, you know, that stuff sometimes, but like mostly you don't look for value from your flash. And to be honest, I'm really torn about this here. Calyx, coach yourself here. Calyx, coach yourself. What could you do? What are your options? This, by the way, this, I understand why you're doing this, but I think there's a better way of doing this. So you could have played this angle here because you always anticipate the fight to eventually go to point, and then this angle here is really important. But if you're gonna angle off of your main pushing here, where should you angle? Where should you angle? If you're gonna swing right, where should you set up? Deep right. Yeah, I agree. I think you should play here. Because you can still shoot them if they're here, but then you should angle here. As the backline backs out, you're already here. I don't think this is good. This feels like the worst of, this feels like too lukewarm. This doesn't feel terrible, but it doesn't feel good in either way. Because you're like, oh, I could see a little more in here, but you could see basically this. You see how much more you can see from here to here? Basically nothing. But you can see a lot more backline. You see how you open up an entire new angle, or literally an entire new like sight line down this way that you can't see from here. Yeah, and the cover as well, right? So like this is a weird move from you, and it's okay, but I prefer you to do this here. Either that or stack with your team, ignore the angle for the first like little bit, just bomb rush, you know, and then you can either stay here or split off later. Because you end up main anyway. That's fine. I'd be really careful about this without roll, because this is no man's land right here. Be very careful about this without roll. This is good. Good cover usage. Very good. So that's one of the few exceptions of what we talked about with Flash Shell. Like he was actively looking for it, but he's with his team looking for Flash. That's the important thing. This is fine. I assume your team isn't going to hold close here, but this is fine. Get a little extra pressure here. You see how many more shots we're hitting, chat? This is Masters DPS. This is not what we saw earlier. This is Masters. We're not clicking heads off of cooldown. You know, even GMs don't do that, but this is what we expect. Now, what's the issue here? Can you guys tell me what the issue is here? What's the major issue here? No cover. Yep. It's not just no cover. What else is the issue? Ugh, kind of tying into what we talked about in the previous round. Not just no cover, but what else? What about our proximity? In other words, how close we are. Yeah, this is no good. This is no good. You should be at closest here. Most likely, I would probably be playing here. And maybe here. Just enough of a sightline so you can see down there. But really, like, look at where your team is fighting. Your team is fighting back on mid. Most teams will set up here. They'll get a little early poke, but really at this rank, team fights are going to happen here. In which case, you don't want to be angled here because you're ahead of the team fight. Shoot, we just did this the other day. Was it Sigma positioning? Yes, it was Sigma. We don't push, you angle around where the team fight's happening. The team fight's happening on this spectrum, this line right here, right? You have like, and so you angle around this line. You don't angle forward. You can see, do you see the imaginary line drawn right here? You are ahead of your Reinhardt, which means the enemy team can poke you out and your Rein Zarya can't do anything. The Zarya can do a little bit, but they can't do anything. So you want to be played further back where they can't poke you out until they actually commit to the fight where your team can punish. You can kind of see like, the line, imaginary line drawn on the map where you are ahead of everybody on your team instead of maybe your Zarya. So you angle around the team fight has happened. They can speed, easy speed you and catch you. Well, they don't have Lucio's speed, but the point's still there. They don't need speed to bother you. They can send a Symmetra right click here. And again, who in your team is going to punish that? Your Zarya, but not your BAP, not your Rein, not your Zen, not your Mei. Take 6v6s. Take 6v6s. This is not a 6v6. Now, if we look at the enemy team, now you are free to flank. Because you see that they've encroached on your Rein. A team fight has now started, so now you can position wherever you want. So now you can legit hard flank if you want here. Chat, who should we go for as McCree here? Who is our target priority? Is it Pharah right now? Is it Pharah right now? Let's go to right here. Because this is when the team fight starts. Who is our target priority right now? Backline. Yep. Backline. Backline or frontline. Frontline probably a little bit less valuable right now, but you could still beat the like absolute crap out of this Rein Zarya from this position right here. Pharah is on the angle, yes, but you cannot see her. So you do not go out of your way to pursue her if she doesn't go into your angle. You can also make an argument here that this against the Pharah, it might have been better for you to play here. You have to watch for concussive blast, but I would have considered playing here if I knew that they were on Pharah or they had made the swap to Pharah. Why? Because you have a better angle on her, a worse angle on backline, but a better angle on her. If you and your BAP played here, then this Pharah would have a much harder time. But right now, you are looking at Pharah when you cannot reach Pharah. Let's put it this way. Chat, you wanted to go into professional esports. You spent hours and hours and hours every day going into esports. You are now 23 and you gave up your dream of playing collegiate football to pursue esports. The esports thing is going pretty well, but you're not so sure if it's something that you want to keep doing. You might want to consider going to collegiate sports. Well, it's a little too late for that. You're too old for it now. You're like 23, 24, so you can't get into a college. So don't even waste time thinking about it. Find a new avenue that you can think about now, or take value out of where you already are. Right now you're thinking, oh, I should be shooting far. It's too late for that. It's not a mistake that you're not shooting far. Like maybe you could have positioned here, like, but it's too late. It's okay. It's totally fine. You're in a fine position. Go find value elsewhere. You're wasting so much time right now. Like that. This is. I want to put this very clear. I want to make this very clear. Great shot, terrible decision. This is something that this is Pharah's dream of hit scans to walk underneath them. They like this Pharah should be foaming at the mouth that you just did that. And now the best part is do you see how like this fight is still almost losable? Like this fight, like you're like, I killed a Mercy. How does this fight still feel so bad? Well, look at your positioning. This isn't good. So, brilliant shot. I really want you guys to lose this. You guys aren't gonna lose this, but it was really hairy for a free pick. That's just hilariously scary. Okay, careful. It's fine. Doesn't work out. Unfortunate. Pharah walks into you again. Stop. Get some help. Chat or Calyx, who should you be shooting right now? Look at the battlefield. Do you see this? Look at this. Legitimately free kills. The Pharah walks into you, you flashbang her, and you kill her. Backline. Look at this. Look at these guys. Look at these guys. It's absolutely free. There you go. There you go. This is more of what we want to see. Do you see this? Okay, I'm gonna stop right now. Let me establish, okay? This this is good shooting Pharah. Because do you see what's on our screen right now? Do you see what's on our screen right now? We have rotated, they TP'd out, unfortunate. So what do? Do you burst into tears? No. You continue to rotate to the next cover, and now look at your sight line. Now you get the Pharah. Now you get the Pharah. And if Pharah hides, go onto the BAP. And you just keep going. Sightline, 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 cover, sightline, sightline, cover, sightline, cover. This is how you like to kill Pharahs. You might not even kill Pharah. But again, do you need to kill Pharah for you to get value? No. This Pharah, now that you are here, is not allowed to play the game. You've successfully countered Pharah by existing here. And now what can Pharah do? What can Pharah do? There's nothing she can do. It's over. You have cover. You have sightline. She's done. It's over. I wouldn't even chase the Pharah. Like, again, great mechanical play, terrible decision. Why would you chase the Pharah? You have a sightline on her. What you can do? Stay in your spawn? No. What do I do though if my team goes and cries that I'm not killing Pharah? Well, you see how, like, yeah, so like, here's the thing, Calyx. I don't want you to not worry about Pharah, but you have, if you can actively take a safe sightline on her, then do so. But if for you to counter Pharah, you have to go out of your way to pursue her in a really bad way, then yes, you ignore it. Your problem is that you're either so you position in a way that you can't shoot Pharah, okay? Maybe you could have positioned better, unfortunate, no big deal. But then you're like, oh shoot, I should be shooting Pharah, and then you double back and try and force it. You force it at the expense of your team, right? The reason that you shoot Pharah is because you're good at killing her. If you're in a position to where you won't be good at killing her because she's too hard to kill, why would you even bother doing it at all? So you have to do what's easy. If you're positioning in a way to where you can't kill Pharah easily, then either you're positioning wrong, or you should stop trying to kill her at all. And what we've seen here is you definitely could have positioned here and dealt with the Pharah. It was too late though. You position here, that's okay. Don't worry about it. Get value here. Let the Pharah kill your team, whatever. You kill their backline, and then you win the fight from there. And as we saw, you went for backline, the backline cleared out, and then as a result of you making good positional decisions, you ended up getting another sightline on the Pharah. You kind of see what I'm saying? You kind of see what I'm saying? I'm scared that if I go and find an angle, and while we engage the Pharah, I mean, well, that means you need to be timing it better, right? You need to work on like when and how you're going. Okay. Again, do you see your choices here? Oh, this is the previous fight. I'm completely brain dead. Home. Thank you for the sub. I assume this is home. Ho-M? I'm so sorry. Ho-4M. Nice kill. I have no idea what that Mercy's doing. No idea what that Mercy's doing. Crazy. So you guys should easily win this. Okay. Let's see what we got here. This is fair. Not a lot you could do against it. So this is pretty greedy, but again, do you see the good thing about this? Yeah, do you see the good thing about this, chat? This is pretty greedy and you don't have a lot of cover, but do you think McCree's has an advantage in this duel now? What two things does Calyx have besides cover? He doesn't have cover. Easy angle and a nice sight line. This Pharah's not even looking at you. So you have an angle, you have a sight line, that's how kind of Pharah. Like, if you're playing Widowmaker and you're getting hard countered by Pharah, you need to look at your positioning, you need to look at your timing, and you need to be like you need a sight line and an angle. That's what you need. A little bit of an element of surprise. Sure, absolutely. Look at that. Now that Pharah's doing absolutely nothing. You see that? You just made her screw off. And the thing is it's not just a mutual screwing off. It's she screws off and then you're still here. You're still, okay, and I'll shoot Zarya now. Like, you're like, okay, Pharah's gone. I guess I shoot the next target, you know? So, you know, there you go. Zarya's won. I mean, you guys still might lose this because, you know, Symmetra Wall is super balanced. Oh, that Mercy positioning is really rough. Okay, that was fine. No complaints. Just Simwall, Grav, BAP window, and so on. Simwall is really rough to play around. It's not even that it's super unbalanced. It's just really, it's rough. It's a rough ultimate. If it's placed really well, Simwall should have such a high team fight win percentage. But then again, she could also really just easy 3-2-1. Well, yeah, she could, but you know that's going to demand nano. She's not going to survive without nano, and there's no nano on the field. And she would need so many resources to close that distance safely. She'd need to conk. She'd need either bubble or mercy pocket. So maybe we could have played a little bit safer for sure, but I think it was good enough. It's a step in the right direction. I'd honestly probably like a high noon here. You've got your team's full resources on this angle, and you're gonna clear out this. I would just high noon this. Just get the space. High noon it right now. Because here's the problem: if you're not going to high noon this, what's the issue with this? What's the mistake here, chat? If you're not high nooning, where should you go? Where should you go? Main. Yes. If you're not going to utilize your shield to go for like an aggressive flash play or a high noon play or something like that, then this is your angle, right? Look at these. This is like overripe fruit. It's just sitting there to be plucked. And not only that, but by you playing here, what do we allow this Pharah to do? She can spam in one location, but also think about Pharah positioning. What could this Pharah do? Positioning wise, she not only has easy spam, but what could she do positioning wise? What could you do positioning wise? Think. If we're here, she can't rotate, right? But if we're here, she can conk, jump jet, and she's right here, and you're screwed. You guys are absolutely screwed. Or she could absolutely go behind as well, yeah. But like, I'm more concerned about the fact that you guys are all stacked, so she just has one choke to spam. Pharah dies to this. Pharah does not die to this, because Pharah will abuse one cover and spam on one angle. Exactly. You need to stop that from happening and get a better sightline on her. I don't care if Pharah plays like this 24/7, you don't care. Maybe you could go for like a greedy pick here, but you don't even need to do that. It's when Pharah is going to aggress and abuse a choke, that's when you're scared. And right now, I'm not happy at all. No. What's the problem with window high noon, chat? What's the problem with window high noon? What's the major problem with the window high noon? So this was too late. You had the opportunity to get them while they aggressed, right? You had the opportunity to get them while they aggressed. They aggress, window high noon. Okay, it's too late. And now they've already kind of like, your window is gone because your team can no longer take space. Easy kite, exactly. The window might get kills. The high noon might get kills. Combining them doesn't really increase their kill chance by that much. All it does is it means the enemy can LOS 2 ults for the price of 1. They could just, okay, we're all done. Instead, you should window, take space, then high noon. Or high noon, take space, then window. But you don't do both. And you certainly don't do both in the same sightline. We went over this with the Raspberry Racers versus British Hurricane official match. I wasn't a fan of it then. I'm not a fan of it now. Very rarely, unless you literally just like flank high noon window and it's like the instantly build skulls, but like that, no. And if you're gonna do that, you should pull the trigger almost instantly. If you're gonna window high noon, chat, pull the trigger instantly. Like high noon, it's high, boom, instantly. Because you don't want to give them longer than a full second. And now this is what we're scared of. We're really scared of that flank. So the Pharah is just too scared. Their Pharah is way too scared. I mean, okay, she finally pushes up, but Yasmin would have done this way before, and you guys would have had a bad time. Now you have an angle. Nice. Look back at the Pharah. Good. I mean, that's all there is to it. You have an angle. You have a sight lane. Play cover, please. Funny Valking Mercy. Okay. Ah!
1-1.
So what's your issue, Calyx? So what's your issue so far?
1.
This map gets interesting. Well, we're about to get to something interesting then. What's the issue? And anybody in chat, help me out here. What's the issue here? What are we seeing? Range and decision making? Okay, be more specific, please. What needs to be worked about? Yeah, the angles aren't always great. Rotations, timing. Target priority, some. Okay. Take angle that benefits your long range and stay there, sure. Until they rotate away and then you deepen your rotation, you keep spamming. Yeah, I think that's a good way of putting it. Yep. Don't force the Pharah duel if you don't have a good sightline for it, I think is another like micro thing. Stacking, yeah. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. This is a problem for that Pharah. This is good. Now, I'm gonna be honest. Good luck playing McCree in this map into a Pharah. Chat, why do you think McCree is gonna be so bad in the Pharah here? You tell me. What do you think about it? At least if it's properly played. Yeah, there's way too much cover. Bad sightlines. Your sightlines on a Pharah playing cover is like split completely from your team, and then all she has to do is like wrap around this way. And then how the heck are you supposed to shoot a Pharah that's like spamming this way and then spamming this way? You have to like be on the opposite side of the map. So good luck playing McCree into this. This is where I would absolutely play like Tracer. Tracer. I would probably play Tracer. This is rough. And also fall off. Yeah, that's another good point. You guys have nailed it. This is rough. This is gonna be rough. You get a nice angle here, but like look at this. This is rough. Woo! So what I would do. The enemy team has no flankers, chat. Okay, so what do you think I'm gonna tell Calyx that I want him to do? Now I know this is feeding, but I don't care. What do you think? What do you guys think? Yeah, I think I want him to flank. Bastion. I think I want him to flank. I think I unironically want to wait for your team to start pushing, and I want you to go this way by yourself and look for something to happen. I don't think you win this fight this way. Not if this Pharah knows what she's doing. I honestly think that if you don't flank here, I think you're gonna really struggle. And I understand for like a lot of different ranks in chat that might be scary advice, but I think like you're playing a hero that like you see how uncomfortable this is gonna be? Like, I don't know what else you guys do. You guys don't have Lucio speeds. You can't just run in there and kill the Rhine really fast. You're playing like a spam comp, but what can your Zen see? Like, what can your BAP see? What can you see? I really do think that you're gonna have to flank. Either hard flank and like look for pharmacy, or like assassinate backline and just play around this mini. And it might not work. You might just lose this map. But like when you get to this level of like Masters GM, and you're one tricking a hero in unoptimal circumstances, you're gonna have to find a way to do things. I mean, you're preventing the Pharah. Like, look at the Pharah's ult charge. So the fight hasn't really started yet, but look at the Pharah's ult charge and look at your ult charge. And this is all based off of your positioning. You split, gave him issues. This Pharah has done nothing. The problem is that now you're not going to be able to stop her like you were earlier. When fighting pharmacy, do you shoot Pharah or Mercy first, and why? It depends on like how properly positioned the Mercy is. So Mercy is a slightly smaller hitbox, and Mercy can screw off at any time. Pharah, it's a lot harder for her to move around, and she moves a lot more predictably, right? So generally, the answer is usually Pharah if the Mercy isn't feeding. If the Mercy is positioning terribly, then yeah, you can kill the Mercy. But usually it's the Pharah. Usually it's the Pharah because she's easier to shoot and she can't just leave. Whereas if you shoot the Mercy, she can just leave. And usually most Mercies, if they're playing well, are going to be, you're not going to be able to even see them at all. Or they'll see them briefly and then not at all. Yeah, this is going to be rough. This is not going to be pretty at all. I want you to keep going. Keep going. Do you see? So to me, I look at this here and I'm like, okay, so you're already down your line. So like I think you're very late to the flank. You see this? So like we would like you already putting pressure here. Okay, so let's be very clear. you're doing the right thing here, but you're doing it way too late, and you're doing it by accident because you're chasing a Mercy that got split. You didn't look at the situation and go, oh, I need to flank. There's no tracer. There's no ball. You know, there's a pharmacy that I can't shoot, so I'm gonna flank. You just accidentally came to this decision, but you can already see it right now, the good and the bad. The bad is this. This is the bad.
The objective is now.
What is Maple supposed to do? That's the bad. Okay, you're already down when your team is backing off. That's the bad. The good is this. Do you see it, chat? Look at the good. This is the good. Now, I want you to imagine this when your Rhine was still alive. 4 people on him, really. Now, I doubt if your Rhine was still alive, you'd see this many people going around. But do you see the panic you're causing? And look at you. And are you even risking your life to do this? No. You roll right off. You're fine. You get mini or mega and go right back at it. There's a lot of fear on the enemy team right now. There's a lot of fear. Right? That's what you live off of. My concern, well, the thing is Calyx, it's not you just stopped doing this. You never did it to begin with. The only reason you're here is because of Mercy Split. You didn't make the right decision. You just accidentally came to the right decision. So why would we be surprised when you stop doing it? It's, for example, it's like saying that you know, a kid does push-ups every single day because he thinks that he's otherwise he's not going to get cancer. I'm not ever gonna get cancer if I do push-ups every single day, right? And so somebody tells him that that's a load of horse manure. Who told you that? They're lying to you. Well, the kid stops doing push-ups. Obviously, maybe he doesn't know about the other health benefits of being physically active, but he stopped doing. He got misinformation, or he saw an opportunity, and he realized the opportunity is no longer applicable, and so he stops doing it. It's not surprising, right? You'll never flank again until you see an opportunity like that. I mean, well, in the future we hope you will, but right now. But you see, like, what are you supposed to do here? What are you supposed to do here? Unless you're running a hard brawl comp with like Lucio, that you guys could just rush in here and get value from core without worrying about angles. That's why Lucio speed exists, by the way. So you can sometimes skip map control. You can just rush in, and so they don't get a chance to spam you down. But you're not going to do anything here. There's not. I mean, we're going to play this at like 1.25, but there's nothing you're going to do. It's just misery. I think their Pharah is choking. What is their Pharah doing? I'm honestly... Yeah, so this is their Pharah's error. Chat, if I was coaching this Pharah, what would I want this Pharah doing? What should this Pharah be doing right now? Do I know how to fix the speed replay bug? I do not. Yeah, flank. You should be going up. This Pharah should be literally like playing right here. Like, can you imagine the murder that a one rocket right here would do? One rocket. One rocket and the team fight's over. One. You know? I don't know if this Pharah is just being dumb or if this Pharah is actually... Like, I'm actually thinking, I wonder if this Pharah is still, like, got PTSD from your previous flank. I wonder. I think this Pharah is scared of you. I want you to think about that, Calyx. I honestly think the most likely option here, considering of how long she's been here... Let me look at this. She might very well be scared of you. See, she's positioned well here. She gets hit with an icicle and she just screws off. I think she's scared of the McCree flank. She's scared of the McCree flank. You did it once. And she's scared of the McCree flank. I don't know why she wouldn't play right tower. Yeah, I mean, obviously, yeah, she should swing around this way. I'm not trying to excuse her terrible play, but she is scared of you. You did the right thing accidentally once. It's like a movie. It's like a movie. You ever see the movies where like the really skinny kid, he like trips and falls, he knocks over a board, it knocks the bully's head in, the bully goes, oh, you know, and he has to get a bandage and he has like a headache for like a week, and every time the little kid, scrawny kid turns the corner, like, oh, you know, that's Calyx, you know, he accidentally does something amazing and everybody's like traumatized from it. So I mean, I guess nice job. Problem here is that, you know, yeah. Your Rhine lands a massive fire strike though, so that's a plus. All right. What kind of movies did you watch? I mean, I don't know, just like the, you know, like it's a trope of like the hero that's like not very strong or great does something accidentally really great. Come on, like every kid's movie's got that. I mean, not actually hitting a board in a bully's head. I can't think of a movie that has that, but like, you know what I'm saying. Shut up! Shut up, Ken. Give you an example. Okay. I don't know. I can't think of any movie now. Okay. I can't think of a movie. Harry Potter. Kind of, yeah. Probably a Disney movie. I mean, probably. Yeah, this is pretty sad. Like your team. I think you're really concerned about the TP to point, which is understandable. Are they gonna go coast side? Where the heck are they going? Weird fan. Well, Farah's by herself. This is why Symmetra is so annoying here. Like, I don't even know what to say here. Because, like, I understand what you want to... Obviously, if your team fight's happening here, you want to be angled here, right? Probably. But the problem is that they TP to point, and now you're in no man's land. So, I'm not really sure. I would honestly probably still not play point. I would still play, like, out here. I'd still play here, or I'd maybe, like, I don't know, like here. Would you be feeding if you did this? I feel like you would. Okay. I'm literally drooling. What the heck? I like said something and like spit out my mouth. I have no self-control. This positioning is okay, but you got here really way too late. Like the fight is happening and like you're okay. You're sorry, it just straight up feeds, but like you're here too late. Yeah, slow down. Yeah, you're just straight up feeding now. You forced it. All you need to do here, chat. What should our McCree do here now? Where should our McCree go? For maximum value. Maximum value! Is a Spylo IRL story? Shut up! Honestly, chat, I was pretty scrawny. Chat, when I was 14 years old, I turned 14, or I was like 14. Guess how much I weighed when I was turned 14 years old? Guess how much I weighed? This is going to be in NA terms, so you guys are going to have to figure this one out. So, yeah, back up. Yeah, exactly. Can you imagine if this McCree rolls in here? Holy crap. I feel bad for this BAP because I don't know what I do with it. I don't know if I'm coaching this BAP and there's a McCree in here. I don't know. I don't know what to do. Maybe you just walk in and hug your back to the wall, but then you're like, dude, this kid's going to flash fan me at any point in time. Back out. Play your sightline. Why are you foreheading in? Again, you're foreheading in. You're foreheading in. The lamp doesn't matter if you're sniping him from away. He lamps and then you break lamp and he still can't shoot you. You're foreheading in. Stop foreheading in. Do not give him opportunities to clutch. I was gonna say Fat Blizzard, but it wasn't a Fat Blizzard. It's a good trance. Still winnable if you guys get the bongo. There you go. Still winnable. Unfortunate. They commit sim wall though. Okay. But yeah, like maintain your sightline. Oh, I forgot the question. I weighed 84 pounds. 84 pounds. Like, let me convert that to kilos. Pounds to kilos. It's like 40 kilos, or like 35 kilos. 35 kilos? Is that like about it? 35? 38. 38 kilos. 38 kilos. Okay. Nice. Nice McCree play. Was yeah, I was a twig.
Let's start over at the beginning.
What's your height? At the time I was like 5 foot on the nose, which again, converting that from freedom units to centimeters. Well, actually I could do that. It's 5 foot is 60 inches. It's 2.54, so 60, it's 120, 150, 152.4, I think, centimeters. Yeah, 152.4. 152 centimeters. When I weighed that much. I was a twig. I was a small twig. And I played tackle football with that. And I made all-stars with that weight too. And here's the best part. I made all-stars with that weight. And guess what position I played? So you guys don't know, like, okay, NFL, football, American football positions. So you guys might not know what American football is, right? You guys are all European, okay? So if you guys don't know what American football is, come on, load! Please. Okay. When I made the All-Star game, I played one of these guys. I was not so normally I didn't play one of those guys. I was like a receiver running back using my speed. But when I made the All-Star game, the coach looked at me and he's like, he like had me train offensive line, and I was like, why are you doing this? But he taught me like this super technique to like use leverage and stuff. And dude, I started on the offensive line, on the big beefy guys in the All-Star game. Not even joking. Against guys who literally weighed 150 pounds. Almost double my weight. Dude, it went really well too. Like he taught me how to like leverage, and I was really strong for my size. Like I was really skinny, but I was very active and did a lot of push-ups and stuff. And I was able to it worked, dude. We crushed the guys. It was actually crazy. I built so much respect for that coach. Holy cow. Anyway, I'm so distracted right now. Don't start talking to me about sports, guys. I'm a closet like I love sports so much like. But yeah, you can just see like how low your impact is here. Like honestly, this fight feels really messy. You died very late, but like why not just go here? Because like your Echo has the right idea. She understands it, but she's by herself. This is where your Zen, or like you and your Zen would like go here, or your Echo would go here with your Zen, and you'd split here. Like you're just not gonna break this choke this way. It's just not gonna happen. I was a guard. What was funny is my teammate, who also made All-Stars, who was a little bit bigger than I was, he was like 100 kilos, or 100 pounds, not 100 kilos. He played tackle. We were on the same side. And he was also not an offensive lineman. Okay, this is good. Questionable. Massive. Still might lose this though, because you guys have no angles. Like, do you see what I'm saying? Like you're just foreheading down main. And it's equally a problem in regards to like your angling, right? So like this fight is definitely the lack of angle. The previous fight is definitely the lack of angle. The fight before that, you had an angle, but then you run it down main. You run into them to abuse the angle. That's the problem. And in the previous map, it was similar stuff. You either would clump with team when you shouldn't, or you'd angle, but then you'd run it down it. And the same thing happened in the first map. You got to a good position first fight, and then you walk into the Zarya. Second fight, you get a good angle, and you walk into the D.Va. So it's terrible. It's terrible. You've got the mechanics, and you even seem to have a, like, you're... Like you see sometimes angle, your positioning isn't dog, like it's okay here and there, but it's not good enough. This is Masters. I should update the stream title. But do you see what I'm saying, Calyx? Yeah, but you don't need to. Like, here's the thing: is chat. I just released a VOD on Roadhog and how he can play angles in solo because he's self-sustained, has good range. But did you see, Calyx? I think the best way to answer that concern is with this right here. This is all we need to look at, right? This is the answer to your concern. You didn't need to be aggro on this fight. Again, imagine if your Reinhardt's alive. Imagine what he could do with this level of pressure taken off. Now, again, obviously, they're not going to react this heavily. But imagine you're shooting here. The pharmacy starts turning around. The Orisa starts turning around. That's enough. You've done your job. And just stay alive. Your existence on an angle, on a sightline. Now, if they hard ignore you... If they ignore you or they don't even know you're there, then yeah, you have to establish your presence. Go in there and land a couple of shots. Go for the backline. But just your presence here was enough to cause pressure. Hit your shots, demand attention, and then survive. While you do need to be using damage as a measure of pressure when you can click shots. So in other words, if you have the opportunity to click, you need to be clicking. But if they're all respecting you and you can't click any heads, then you've done enough. So I think the main thing for you is to establish a sightline, maintain sightline on an angle, and and don't force yourself to run in there and get kills or trades. Like even in your description of the VOD you sent, you're like, oh, I don't want to go on in there and trade because I might die, and you know they've got rest. Like you shouldn't even think about trading. Yeah, this is a tough one, Calix. This is an awkward situation for me because it's definitely not an optimal situation to play McCree. Period. So we're gonna have to be a little bit unorthodox with our feedback. What I want you to do is you got tier 2. Right. What I want you to do is I want you to, like, you got the tier 2, so you need to do your Q&A, but I want you to do your Q&A when you come across, like, I want you to actively look for a team, like a map or a replay where, like a game where this feels good, like playing longer sightlines, angling, and then I want to look for you for a situation where it doesn't feel good, and then send me both, like preferably screenshots of like what happened, and we'll talk about it. And we can go over it in voice, it could be text or whatever. But I want you to I want you to think about this, watch this VOD over again. In other words, watch my coaching over again, take notes, and then come back in a week after you've practiced it a little bit. Chat, this is some pretty heavy stuff. We hit basics over and over again, and sometimes we get basics, but basics, you know, with a flourish. That's basically what we have here. Buttface Brown asks, if I'm having trouble with a pharmacy, should I lock hitscan for pressure, or should I go a flanker to try and kill the second healer? Depends on what you're more comfortable with. Locking hitscan alone isn't enough to counter pharmacy. You have to be able to angle smartly as well. In other words, the pharmacy is spamming this choke, and you punish her positioning elsewhere. If you're not as comfortable playing a soldier, Kree, Ashe, Widow, then go flanker and put pressure elsewhere to split the Mercy's attention. Do you have any questions immediately, Calix? In other words, right now. You're welcome. Yeah, Calix, at least one example. You can send me 2 or 3 of each. At least. Dude, my hair is so bushy. What the heck? It's like a legit, like a blob. I don't even know. I think this is like, I got a different haircut. My hair is not usually like this. My hair got a different haircut like a couple weeks ago, and they left it a little longer on the top, and it's like, it's all growing in evenly, so it's like almost like fro-ish. It's weird. All right. Did you know that when you just tap Echo's flight ability with hold for flight, you go higher? Message Left Waffle, message me on Discord so I can actually test it, because I have to do another VOD review here. I honestly don't have time to test it right now because I have to go in like a little over an hour, and I want to be able to do this VOD first. Robin, I saw that you were in chat. I'm not gonna be able to get to your VOD today. It will be the first one we do on Wednesday though, unfortunately. Tier 2. Let's message. Oh, chat, we got a GM. Let's go. Sorry about that. Okay. Okay. GM main tank. It's like Doom Punch. All right. You're welcome, Calix.
Traveling to Dorado, ready for battle.
Gotta take a break tomorrow anyway, too nice. Oh yeah, feels bad. Stop coughing. Shut up. I didn't ask your opinion.
Ready.
So I think this is Steady. Steady, you're PVZ, right? PVZ 2000? What is the process to get a one-on-one VOD review with me? Like what I'm doing now? Like what I'm doing right now? Is that what you're referring to? If so, exclamation mark coaching. Yeah, exclamation mark coaching. And there's different tiers of it, and you get rewarded for being a sub. Like, it's a lot cheaper for being a sub. So it's like, it's because I'm trying to like do this more time, but I have to actually make money to eat. So that's the plan. Is Steady in chat? I swear Steady was in chat. Oh, okay, yeah. Yes. Okay, sorry. I swear I just missed your message. All right, commands, edit, VOD, GM tank. Alrighty. I need some water. I might need some more water. It's totally worth it. Shut up, Jumper. So stacked game. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Know your place. Yeah, makes fun of me and subs. Thank you, Jumper. Okay, so let's look at this game. Stat game. We've got Pelican, the Korean flex support player. Gator on Zarya, really famous like main tank player. I think he's still with Atlanta. I don't know who Red Veil is. Naga, he's Paris Eternal. Oil Prince, Lux, I don't know these guys. Massa's, I don't remember who's Massa with, chat. Massa Overwatch. Is Massa even in Overwatch League anymore? Yeah, he's playing for Atlanta Reign. Atlanta Reign, Iris. So this is an Atlanta Reign backline right here. Spirit. Holy cow, you guys freaking out on me. Chill out. Spirit. I don't know if this is the Reaper one trick Spirit. He's not a Reaper one trick. He was good at a lot of other heroes, but yeah. And then I don't know the rest of them. So pretty stacked lobby. Iris. I think he's still with ATL. Yeah, he's still with ATL. Yeah. I think you guys are thinking Fire, who's with Vancouver now. I think Fire's in Vancouver. Does it have to be a ranked match? So honestly, I will do ranked competitive mode. I will do competitive King of the Hill. Unironically, as long as it's competitive King of the Hill, I've done it. I will do it again. Or it could be a scrimmage, or a pug pickup game, just not quick play, preferably. I guess it's just a Reinhardt VOD. Honestly, is it just Reinhardt? If so, we will skippity skip. Skippity skip. Nice. It's Reinhardt. All right, commands edit Reinhardt. Commands edit VOD Grandmaster Reinhardt. Yeah. Righto. Yes, fire event. Okay, chat. How do we play Reinhardt? How do we play Reinhardt? I'm not gonna go over the basics again. What is the revolutionary thing that Coach Spilo, just big brain, and everybody like sending me cash prizes and presents, and I had LH Cloudy in tears. What was it? Clear the high ground. Not just that though. Not just that. It's bigger content. Push enemies out of angles. Exactly. Contribute to map control by either directly or indirectly clearing out angles. Either directly by walking up there and saying, "Senor, leave," or holding your shield or playing slow when the angles are being abused. Yes. Kill backline. I mean, in a way that that is a way of clearing angles. So, chat, what can we look at compositionally wise? Is there anything to note for our Reinhardt? Basics. Very, very basically. For enemy composition or our composition. I'm looking at, hey, we have Zarya. Good to know. Hey, we have speed. Good to know. Hey, they have Zarya. Good to know. They also have speed. Good to know. They have Mei. Good to know. The rest of it's just kind of, yeah, it is what it is. So let's see what we got here. Let's see what we've got here. La-di-da-di-da. Fire strike. Fire strike. Fire strike. Hide behind cart. Hide behind cart. Please stop bleeding damage. You nincompoop. So like, there's no reason for you to be bleeding damage here. Like, absolutely no reason for you not to be standing behind cart. Like, right here. That's it. This is it. Please stop. Like, look at your poor BAP. Your BAP would like to be able to shoot here and put out pressure so that you guys can actually rotate. Instead, he's having to heal your sorry flabby butt cheeks because you're standing here absorbing damage like a pincushion. Like, you ever see the grandma's like little sewing thing? It's like got like pins on it. PVZ 2000 right here, ladies and gentlemen. Stop bleeding. Ult charge. Thank you. Please. You need that HP. Your BAP would like to be doing other things. Okay. Now, let's see if PVZ has functioning brain cells or does not have functioning brain cells. Let's find out. Let's find out. You're dumb as a rock. Uninstall. Let me be very clear. Uninstall. That's what I want you to do. What's the issue, chat? What are the 2 reasons why I find this to be an error? 2 reasons why. Mei? What's the second reason why? So honestly, him bleeding ult charge early in the fight might have been a purposeful thing to build Rein ult to build BAP window, but I would have much rather preferred that in a controlled environment. In other words, I would have liked him to feed BAP window here where he knows the enemy team can't rush him if he's low. This feels scary. Like you take too much damage here, maybe your backline like it's picked or you accidentally get picked. This is sketch. This is, you're a lot safer here. So yeah, Mei, and you're not clearing high ground. Exactly. They have dropped. They cannot, if you stop here and play back a cart, you absolutely can rush with speed to here before they choke you on the high ground. And if they walk through this choke here to try and punish you, they run the risk of getting picked. You see what I'm saying? They have abandoned high ground. For them to go back to high ground, they just keep coming. Thank you so much for the sub, mate. 7 months. Holy smokes, dude. Thank you. Thank you again for the sub. So you could be going high ground here instantly and be there basically at the same time. And now obviously you don't want to just go forehead high ground if they're still on it because this is scary. But you can beat them here. You can legitimately pull back, pin out, get about here. And then at that point, they don't want to go through the choke. They're like, oh, there's a Junkrat in there, brother. I don't want to push in there. Heck no. Do you rotate your team? Well, actually, that's a good question, team. That's a good question. Chat, who would rotate to high ground here? Is there a time when you not rotate everybody? Maybe Kree could stay main. Maybe. It's not a great sight line, but he'd have a little angle there. You could do all or some. Yeah. Yep. You could have Zarya come up here with like Lucio BAP, or you could leave BAP, Kree on main. You could bring your Junker. It's up to them. Like especially in GM, they'll make their own decisions. A lot of times you guys will see when it's Reinhardt Diva, they'll leave Diva on cart because she's very mobile and she can go wherever she wants and she can just matrix and hide behind cart. So it's up to them. It's not really your job as Reinhardt to decide. They can make their own decisions. This is concerning though. And this is a Naga wall, okay? And the Naga wall is that, hey, I'm not going to get it all the way across, but you can't back out. You cannot back out. Because there's 4 stacks of wall behind you. There you go. So you got the position. You need to clear the valuable angles before you go here. Chat, why is it important for us as Reinhardt to be clearing high ground right now? 2 reasons why. You clear it so that your team can stop them from using it, and so that your team can use it themselves. The point is this. You guys as 6 do not want to be walking through this choke. You would like a McCree here on an angle, or a Junkrat on an angle, or you would like, I don't know, any Junkrat, Kree, Zarya, anything on an angle. The problem here is the Kree can't go high ground by himself. It takes too long, and he's scared of running into a Reinhardt or a Zarya or whatever up here. He needs your help making sure the spot is safe, and then if you want to, then you can drop. I don't necessarily recommend it into the Mei, but you could if you want to. You clear the high ground so that your team can use it. You're Kree, and they don't want to go high ground. They need you to clear it out for them. Because this, is this better or worse against Maywall, chat? Is this position better or worse against Maywall? You tell me. Is this scarier against Maywall, or is this scary against Maywall? Which one? The top left or the main? I disagree. I think top left is scarier. I think it depends on the situation here, but I think main is a little less scary. This is a smaller space. Both are scary, right? And I could see arguments for both. I could say, oh, if you go left, maybe they don't have a good angle set up on this side, right? Main is downhill, but main is also wider. Main, you have a little bit of payload healing, which is not, like, to me, left is almost scarier. This feels like an even smaller choke. The cart makes it trickier to wall on main, right? So the point being, it doesn't really matter which one of us is right. The point being is that there's not really a huge advantage to going left or main. It's about the same differences in here and there. So why do we clear out a space that doesn't answer the Mei wall anyway? In other words, this doesn't solve the Mei wall problem, but what it does do is it gives us the opportunity to set up angles that we couldn't otherwise have. In other words, you can go high ground here and say, man, I don't want to walk through this. This is scary. So I'm going to go here, right? Well, you still have to worry about Mei wall, but at least your McCree's up on an angle. Right? At least your Zarya is on an angle. as your Junkrat has an opportunity to make a play. Your DPS have no opportunities to make plays here. There is no chance for your DPS to make plays here. And that's your fault. That's your fault. What about your McCree playing right here? What about your McBap playing right here? Now, your BAP should be able to jump here. But what about your McCree playing here, or your Junkrat playing here, or your Zarya playing right here? You could go with your Zarya, walk through this here, and Naga can't funny wall it. He can only, and then they break the wall and they're screwed. Do you see that? Oh, hydrate, thank you. And that's up to you to get for them. Top left seems a little far away from core. Right, so you would have to be very disciplined here. So you'd be like, you'd clear high ground, go main, and then McCree hides here and then peeks out late. Or as we said, you can utilize this window here. But the point being is that you're not giving your DPS opportunities to make plays at all. This is a, I've gone main as Reinhardt, there's nothing I can do. Like, chat, look at this fight. What could a Reinhardt do here? If you're, let's say your only option is to go main, what could our Reinhardt have done? Maybe shield a little earlier? Like, I don't know. Maybe have somehow block flash. Like, this is rough. Like, I don't know. When you play Reinhardt badly, you set yourself up to a point where it feels like there's nothing I can do. Now, somehow you guys trade. I don't know how that happens, but you know, we take it. Spirit's popping off. That's a lot of ult charge for a Junkrat going uphill. What? Why? Why did they lamp that? I don't even know why you guys windowed that. Then you guys lamped it. Posture check, hydration. Thank you, Bobbin. Bobbin, I see that you messaged me. I haven't had a chance to write back to all the messages just yet. Uh-oh. Iris wanted that kill. Apparently. Where should we go, Billy boy, Billy boy? Oh, where should we go, charming Billy? I mean, it's too late now. It's really too late now because they've already established the high ground control. Like, here's the thing, chat. What's going to end up happening is as Reinhardts get smarter, you being a big brain Reinhardt is not going to always win you games because then their Reinhardt's smarter. Their Reinhardt's been watching Cloudy and been watching Coach Spilo. I'm so egotistical when I say that, but you know what I'm saying. It's been watching other Reinhardts play, and now they know what's important. Like, most Reinhardts are just going, oh, run the corner here and hold a corner. No, no, no. This Reinhardt's smart. He's going to go clear high ground and set it up for DPS, right? So now, yeah, you're going to have, now it's going to be a lot harder. Like, you guys don't have the secret knowledge, and that alone is going to work. And at this point in time, I don't even know if that you can realistically... Okay, this is fine. Okay. Don't show your shield. No. I would not have shown my shield here. Yeah, I would not have shown my shield. I would not have shown my shield. I don't know what Gator's doing, but righto. Whoa! I would have peeked out and fire strike, maybe. I'm not sure what I want from you here. Certainly would have waited for my McCree though. So you need to be better aware of like who's taking high ground and who you're getting high ground for. Like, this is not what we want to see, right? You're basically 5v6ing. Seeing a man his age, that's just so insulting. Like, without even trying to. So you drop. That's a team fight win. But you see, like, the floor is lava, man. Like, even though it was understandable for you to drop there, it still doesn't feel good. So, main takeaway that fight, wait for your DPS to be in position before you leverage high ground, please. Take a fight as 6, and then get to high ground a little bit faster. Like, you could see, like, how bad it was. Like, obviously, a couple of you guys overextended and got picked here, and that really sucked, because you winning this fight here should have meant that you guys should have gotten high ground. Instead, you guys get greedy chasing staggers instead of establishing positioning. So you die chasing staggers, which means they get this, they get to establish positioning. So they were scouted already though? Okay, then I missed that. In that case, then yeah, sure. Be very careful here. Please just establish positioning. Man, Iris is just doing things. Like, what is going on here, Chief? that's a thing. Hold high ground. Dare them to take it away from you. Chat, who should be pushing cart here? Who should be pushing cart? Yeah, Bap not right now because of window, but at some point it'll probably be Bap because he can jump back. Lucio's okay. Lucio's not terrible to be pushing cart. I mean, that's just a feed. Gator is just feeding. Do you see the power of high ground, ladies and gentlemen? Ladies and gentlemen, this is high ground. Like, what the flip are they supposed to do about this? like, what are they supposed to do? They gotta look at this. This is a 5-man graph or 4-man. 1, 2, 3. This is a 4-man graph. That's about as good as you're gonna get in GM. Most of the time. What are they gonna do? What are they gonna do? Like, where's the follow up? Look at Gator. Look at Naga. Like, what? The Reiner. Like, what are they gonna do? There's nothing they can do about that graph. There's nothing they can follow. There's no follow-up. So, there you go. Good positioning. Nice job. Easy team fight win. And now, yeah, you can drop all you want. Because now you can drop, because look what's happened, chat. Do you see how you can drop and put extra pressure if you want to? Because this high ground's established. They would have to back all the way out, then go back to high ground and clear it out. But by the time they do that, first is capped. And honestly, there's some circumstances, chat, a lot of circumstances where I, as Reinhardt, would be like, I'm not dropping. I'm not dropping to contest you. I don't give a rip. I don't give a rip if you, I don't give a rip. The cart's moving. My boys are on high ground. Screw you. And you cap. So, I have no idea what they're doing. Like, chat, good or bad? 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 Is this good or bad? Is this good or bad? 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 Good? Man, you guys gotta make up your mind. We're like split right in the noggin here. You know what I'm saying? Poll. All right, chat. We're whipping out the poll. We're whipping out the poll right now. Is this shatter bad or good? Bad. Bad. Good. We even misspelled bad and good because we're funny and quirky. All right, in chat right now, is the shatter bad or good? Get your votes out. Because I have a I have an opinion on this one, but I'm curious to see what the thoughts are. Uh-oh, it's close. 8, 9. Can we replay? Yes, absolutely. I'll let you guys watch it again. Okay. Shatter bad or good? You got 30 seconds left. I'm gonna let the full minute duration go out. You guys, you can stroke your beards all you want. Ladies, if you don't have beards, what's wrong with you? Grow a beard. That's right. The louder you say good or bad, the more likely you are to be right. This is really close. All right. Good wins, but only by 2 votes. So, I'm not going to get into the micro of this shatter. In other words, I'm not going to tell you whether it was the right play with the status of Zarya bubbles. I don't give a rip. I think this is a good shatter. And the reason why I like this is because you have to understand that you don't win. Shatter is not an ultimate that you're going to consistently get value out of by playing fair. Let me repeat that again. You're not going to get consistent value out of shatter by playing fair. Okay? You're not going, you know, the 6-man shatters that you see in highlight reels, those just don't happen, like almost ever. Shatter is an ultimate that you use when you see an opportunity to get a pick. If you see an opportunity to get, you guys are so, if you see an opportunity to get a pick or stagger these guys, hey, maybe we can prevent that Zarya from getting out with charge, or like, hey, we'll stagger Naga, or hey, we'll get, like, we're gonna kill 2 or 3 of them really late, so that means that we can get high ground really fast, or we get the cart from like here to here before they even take a fight. You do it, because remember, a kill here is more than 10 seconds of free time. You hear what I'm saying? If you get a kill right now, it takes a full 10 seconds for them to spawn, and then a good 2 or 3 seconds left to take positions. So, I think this is a good shatter as long as you get 1 kill out of it, because that 1 kill you guys keep chasing, stagger, stagger, stagger. We talked about this, what was it, 2 or 3 days ago, where we talked about how it is totally fine. It was on Blizzard World. It's totally fine to use ultimates to keep the stagger going. Keep the stagger going. Like if these guys try and get out after, like let's say you shatter, you get 1 kill, they keep backing up, and then you guys beat and then run them down. I don't recommend beat, but like let's say you had like high noon, you got another kill, and you chase all the way to the spawn door, and then you solo grab them like right at the spawn door, and you get another 2 kills, and then all of a sudden you turn around. And yeah, you might lose next fight. That's not great. But you'll have the cart will be like right here. You're like, what? Like we never even had a team fight. If it was a Grav, would it be a good one? That's a good question. Probably not with Grav, because that's an ultimate you're more confident that you can get value out of regardless of the situation. In other words, Grav is just gonna be ridiculously busted at any point in time. So you'd like to be a little bit greedier with the Grav. But like if this was like Pulse Bomb, Shatter, High Noon, totally. Ultimates that are a little bit inconsistent. Bingo. Get it. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. So now, we don't get the finishing kills. Sucks. Zarya gets high ground. Sucks. What should we do instantly? Right now. So right or wrong, whether you shatter there or not, whatever. We move on. Now what do? You run and you do what? Yes, you run and you go set up your McCree and Hanzo on high ground. Instantly. And when I say we, I mean the intelligent person in this room, which apparently is only me. Because you are not doing that. You are standing like a couple... Okay! You had to be coaxed. Oh! Poop! 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 No! No, 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 no. No, you literally, You used an ultimate to get high ground for free and to chase staggers and all that great stuff, and then you don't even get the positioning. Be nice. You know, chat, I love you guys so much. I wake up in the middle of the night in a hot sweat, nightmare, you know, something really scary, and I think, I've got chat on my side. Those boys and girls, those anonymous people that send me cash presents, I don't even know their names. I don't care to know their names, but I love them because they give me money. You know, and that gets me through those tough times. You know, when things are going wrong, you know, when my, you know, illegal tax fraud, you know, bites me in the butt, I think, you know what, at least those faceless, nameless people that send me cash gifts so that I can, you know, buy my illegal drugs, it doesn't get any better. So thank you guys, appreciate it. So yeah, we use an ultimate to get staggers and positioning, and then we don't even take the positioning until too late. Like I could physically feel, like, I don't know if it was like Voltage or Iris or whatever, like, please come high ground, you moron. But by the time you get there, it's too late. I'm not answering that, Leaves.
Money solves all
does.
problems, TBH.
It does. Thank you, Black. Thank you for the 100 bits, Black Bishop. Zardian, that's a good question. I'm not really sure. I think I'd probably have Lucio and Card here, because I don't think you guys need speed to get to high ground. I think you have plenty of time to get to high ground. That's a good question, though. I'm glad I give you distraction from like real life responsibility. But this sucks, like, because all of the, like, really, now that shatter can be, now for those of you that voted that the shatter was bad, well, congratulations, you're getting your recompense, because you're right. Now the big part of the value of the shatter was that you could guarantee good positioning. You could push up and just take wherever you want. But now that's gone because you didn't get it. So congrats, those of you that voted no, you guys are now half right. And again, I'm not, you might have still been right, but like, you guys are definitely right. I thought I said Lucio didn't stay card. Well, Lucio doesn't stay card if you're pushing. So this is actually really important. Lucio should push up with his team if you guys are going to push up and get like poke. For example, if let's say there's no high ground here and you guys want to push up and get poke, you'd want your Lucio forward with like your Zarya Kree to get some extra spam, right? But in this situation here, you're not really pushing up. You're just grabbing positions and standing there. because you need to control these positions. You don't need to push up. You just need to get these positions, in which case you don't need speed. You use Lucio's speed to get extra poke when you don't really need to worry about positioning. You do not use Lucio's speed when you're just going to go walk into a spot and just stand there. Does that make sense? That's a really good point. Thank you for making me clarify that. Nice. Did you, like, okay, I'm sorry. Please tell me that I saw that wrong. Like, you know, I'm 26 now, so like my vision, you know, like I've got like 20/90 vision. I'm joking. My vision is literally 20/20, both eyes, immaculate. I'm perfect in every single way. But like I assume, please tell me I saw this wrong. You guys want to know I drink water all the time? You guys want to know why I drink water all the time? Why don't I drink something stronger, they say. Spilo, why don't you drink something stronger? Because, chat, it would start with light beer and then work its way up the ladder, heavier and heavier alcohol content, just from the sheer agony of what I have to deal with every single day, to the point to where I would literally be drinking rubbing alcohol, gargling with Drano. Anything to numb the pain, okay? Because I know if I start, I won't stop. This is why I drink only water. It's a little bit of a shake going, but it's okay. Yeah. All right. So that's a plus. No. Right. There's nothing to say. Look, there's nothing to say. Everything snowballs off of the fact that you just did not take good positioning. Okay, we did it again. Did it again. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's talk. Chat, what do we need to do as PVC 2000 right now? What do we need to do? What do we need to do? Shut up. No, stop. No, stop. You guys, stop. Look at their comp and tell me, what do we need to do? Retire. I'm really glad I asked this question. Okay, you have cleared high ground. This angle, if your team wants to take it, is available. What you do not do is you do not walk through the smallest choke in the history of Overwatch with a Mei, as you guys are running Kree, Bap, Hanzo. Please tell me that you go back main and open up your angles this way. Then maybe you can contest high ground. But you don't walk through this choke. You don't do this, please. Okay, bless you. Okay. That's okay. I'm happy. We're all right. It happens. No big deal. Grav Mei is busted. Not a lot you can do against that. Somebody sets up a poll. What do we need to do? What are the chat options? Pen, drink, retire, walk through small joke. Oh, thank you. Was that Anima? That had to be Anima. Only Anima is that, like, that sarcastic. So this is fine. I honestly think this is fine. And this is where your GM, you use your mic. Say, hey, I'm gonna clear high ground for Kree here, and then I'm just gonna drop main. You know what I'm saying? Like, just clear high ground and then go main, and just make sure that there's not like a Kree flanking up here. And you don't even need to go to the door. You go like here, and you're like, okay, we're good, and then you drop main. So drop main. Drop main. You needed to drop main. You needed to drop main. It's okay though. They used 4 ultimates. They have basically nothing left. Yeah, so this is again the situation where you can't really clear, like you've already done your job of clearing high ground, and again, you don't want to walk through the small choke. So you want to walk through the least or the most Mei friendly or least Mei friendly choke, and it's this one. And look at the options here. Like you could, like your DPS had the option of going this way. Your DPS have also have the option of going this way. So I don't really have a problem with this. This is fine. Just don't go too crazy. Like I'm not a big fan of our HP control here. In other words, we know there's Mei on the field, right? So you walk through. You get your swings, like you need to be shielding.
Oh boy.
You know what? Hey, Wheeler-K, I probably butchered your name. Thanks to the raid. We're doing some educational content, or trying to. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. It's been a while. Hope you're doing well. Thank you again for the raid. But yeah, this is like the most Mei friendly choke to walk through, so this is fine. But we need to be shielding this. You continue, like that extra swing there is literally 300 damage worth. You're probably gonna need to get lamped now. Okay, they don't. Oh, Iris just dies. Wait, how does Iris die? Does Iris die trying to support you? If so, I'm gonna mauled. You don't. He doesn't have. What is Iris doing? Iris? Iris just looks like goes AFK there. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened there, but you need to watch your HP. Fight's lost. That really sucks. At least you got beat up. How do you get a VOD review? Exclamation mark coaching. Time to learn. I mean, sort of. It's time to mock an old man's feeble behaviors. It's trying to educate, usually resulting in tears and heavy consumption of H2O. Again here, I think like it's totally fine for you to be just clearing high ground here. Like actually, unironically, wait. Okay, no, I was gonna say I thought that somebody on the high ground got a pick, but you kind of see what I'm saying here. Like you could like you can escort your McCree or Junkrat up through here and then drop here. Again, there's nothing cost. It takes 1 or 2 seconds longer to go high ground from spawn. You just pin out across here, you know, and you're fine. You're all good. So, am I a pro player? Used to be a pro coach. Now I'm just a loudmouth. Okay. Probably try and wait till wall. Well, I mean, they're gonna kite out, so whatever. I was gonna say wait till wall expires and try again, but they're gonna be gone by then. But you kind of see what I'm saying? You kind of see what I'm saying? Like I still. You can kind of still see how like maybe there was time and opportunity and motivation to go check this high ground here. Do you see what I'm saying, chat? Like I don't. This is pretty scary for me. But like you could still go here and just double check. Hey, there's a Kree flank here. Uh-oh. Do you see what I'm saying, chat? Like just before you go, you haven't checked it in 30-45 seconds, just check it. Just check it. Like just check it because they have to walk through the choke into you for this to work. And that's exactly what they do. So I'm not gonna flame it's not as bad as what you did on first, where there was a very important, obvious high ground to clear. And it's not as bad as what happened here either. But it's just another like, you know, just another like you could have done something about that. You could have done something about this. Like your macro could just be a little cleaner. Gator with another grab already, yeah. I mean, there's been a couple of fights that we should have won that we've lost, which is, you know, allowing him to just build it up. Oh, jeez. What? Pelican? Yeah, that's rough. You guys are just losing the flank goofiness all over the place. I don't, but there has to be a reasonable amount of effort. Like, for me, you don't give a rip about this. Hydrate, again. Like, I'm literally just gonna be peeing fountains. That's thanks to you guys. Is it reasonable for me to get mad at this high ground not being cleared? Is it reasonable? No. I mean, this is way too out of your way. Unlikely to be used compared to this high ground. There has to be, like, you can't go back to spawn. Hey guys, there might be a McCree in or spawn. You never know. There has to be a reasonable amount of time that you spend before you just go like, I'm wasting my time. You don't care about that. This is a wash. Nobody cares. But it's the other fights that are concerning me. Nice pen. You take that all day. That's a way to break spawn camp. The Naga? Yes, this is a pro game. This Rhine is only, only 4.2, but the rest of the lobby is 4.5, 4.6. Most of the lobby. Again, like I want to clarify something here. What happens here? Let me actually see. Wait, where is this McCree? Pelican, senor, what is he doing? That madman. Yeah. But you get what I'm saying though. Like that's again not. I don't expect you to go back to spawn, but yeah. All right. Good or bad shatter. 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 Da 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 da. I'm loving it. Yeah, it's good. And again, you don't play fair with shatter. You don't play fair with shatter. Oh, but you didn't outbrain the Reinhardt. Nobody gives a flying rip. You see an opportunity to shatter, slam it. My only concern here is obviously that for you to land the shatter, you have to position away from their Reinhardt, which gives him an opportunity to cheese you as well. So like you get the shatter here, you throw your fire strike. Okay, never mind. Woo! There you go. You take that. Nice shot. Nice shot. GG's, Chief. Go high ground. 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 Now, I'm a little more torn with this because I'm like, okay, you're shielding this, preventing Gator from getting ult charge, so he can't remech. But I'm really concerned about what your team is doing. So I don't know if, okay, like especially right now. Now you definitely go high ground. Please, please, please. I'm begging you. I'm on my knees. I'm literally on my knees. Please, 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 senor. I don't know why I'm saying senor. I have no idea why. It's just fun to say. But like, like somebody has to touch. Obviously, right? Obviously somebody has to touch. But do you see a problem here, Chad? Where's my Zarya? Where's my McCree? How come we haven't already burned them down to 1 HP from this high ground position? Yes, he had time. Yes, he had time. And I'm picking on PVC here, but honestly, the Voltage and Spirit should be ashamed of themselves. They should be ashamed of themselves. Why are they there? Like, you're about to lose to Pelican flank and a Mayolt that really only should have caught you. In other words, you should have been high ground here, Lucio pushing cart, they Mayolt, Lucio backs off, you just drop and kamikaze in cart. You're going to die to Mayolt, doesn't matter. But your Zarya will bubble you, you'll get lamp, you'll be fine, right? But the problem is now your entire team scatters like roaches because they're all on top of the cart. This is literally like plat gold positioning here. This is shameful. You're dead. You should be dead. You should have been dead. Also, you know, Kanem. This is what happens when you're positioning not on high ground. This is a 4.3, 4.4k level averages our lobby, and this is what happens. Bruh. Man, I like. There's nothing you can do there. You didn't clear high ground. You didn't clear high ground. I mean, whether you had the time or not, I don't know, but you're gonna lose because of that. None of your teammates controlled high ground, and so you just lose. Banathor, spot on the plat gold, no one tries to take high ground, I'm always willing up there and trying to force drop or die. So what you could do, Banathor, is if you're playing Reinhardt in the high ground and literally nobody comes up there with you, you can communicate, hey guys, I'm gonna clear high ground for you guys, if you guys wanna hold it. You go high ground, nobody's there, sure, you drop. It's fine. You got other things to worry about, like corner cover. And at the very least, you doing through the act of going high ground, you might deny the enemy team going high ground, or you might pressure them from doing that, or you slow them down from taking high ground. Because Pelican walks out here and just doesn't meet any resistance. He's not even scouted. You see what I'm saying? If you're sitting here as Reinhardt, that Pelican, you're scouting him, and he has to sit up standing there shooting your Reinhardt shield before he can even do anything. Has a roach problem? I mean, I hate roaches, man. I like when I grew up in Florida, there was this one apartment. Like my parents were like really poor when I was a kid. This for a long time. I was like a teenager, and then we start doing a little better. But we like really poor. We had this like cruddy old apartment, man. This duplex. It was like roaches. Thankfully there weren't like any roaches in the house, but they're all over the garage. Like you go to the garage, it's just roaches bother me so much. Okay, high ground. Yeah, I mean, this is just typical. There's nothing to do here. You're doing this just to make the pushing card as miserable as possible. Hey. So chat, you have to forfeit map control So let me try and describe this as easily and quickly as I can. There is a constant war in Overwatch over map control and objective. Map control and objective. You can't push cart and be on high ground at the same time. You can't cap the point and be in a flank at the same time. You see what I'm saying, chat? You can't, like, there's a constant battle of map control and objective, which is oftentimes why when we're talking about capping point, pushing the cart, you only have one person doing it if possible. Because you have to push the cart. Somebody has to be in main in the suboptimal position, but you want as few people as possible and as short as possible. So right now, you're like, well, the high ground's not in high ground, like Ryan's not in high ground. Well, you have to, because somebody has to stop cart. You can abuse high ground to the day you die, but they will eventually make a rotation in towards here. They're going to push cart. Well, who's going to stop cart, right? So this is where, like, we expect, I hope our Reinhardt first off gets out. That would be great before, you know, just so our Tracer can get back. But this is why, like map control can only get you so far to an extent, right? Why do you strafe when you have your shield up on high ground? That's a good question. It might just be a nervous habit. You get walled here? I mean, big surprise. Honestly, just needed to do a little bit better job of playing around Mei. Like, that's just kind of unfortunate. Maybe kite out a little faster. I'm trying to think. Yeah, you needed to go a little faster. You wasted a little bit of time there. So if you're going to kite out hard. If you're going to kite, you need to kite all the way out and away from Mei wall locations. This is just a really micro thing. I wouldn't worry about it too much. Hey, Spilo, how are you? I am well, thank you. I have to go so soon, chat. We might have to call this VOD review a little soon. Like 15 minutes. Because I have to leave soon. Ah, jeez. Well, the good news is that we're not going to be fishing very much longer for things to work on. What's the issue? When you are running Reinzar, you get as much value out of your bubbles, as much space, as many swings out of yours, and try and deny their Rein from getting value out of bubbles. But there's a lot more than that. I think when you're playing Rein Zarya, focus less on the Rein Zarya versus Rein Zarya matchup and focus on the overall macro of, am I positioning myself properly? Like the whole thing that we're talking about in this matchup here, notice how very little we've talked about the Rein Zarya versus Rein Zarya matchup and instead talked about the positional map stuff. It's because that stuff is just more important. Yeah, go high ground. Go high ground for your McCree Tracer, you know? Like your Tracer can like stage for free around backline. Like look what they're doing. They're doing it. There's a reason why they're doing it. It's not leaving early. I just won't go as slow in this VOD as... Oh, you do take eye. But here's the problem. Here's the problem, though. Look at what the problem is now. Do you see the problem, chat? They've already traversed from point A to point B before you even get there. It's the same problem we have on third. Now, it's not as bad. At least you got out. But this needs to be instant. 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 Look at this. Look at this. You actually walk out from spawn, and then you're like, "Oh, we should go high ground. Oh, I guess we should go high ground." This is clearly not you calling it. Clearly not you calling it. That's a problem. You need somebody to hold your hand, and you'd still do it late anyway. Thank you, awesome insight. I mean, it really wasn't that awesome. I'm sorry that I wasn't able to answer it more in detail, but I think it's like I need more details. If you award you 3,000 points, I don't know how to award points, man. I honestly don't know how to do it. I don't know anything about. I know so little about streaming. I'm a complete scrub. There you go. Nice job. So I don't know if that was purposeful, but I hope you purposefully baited that wall. I hope. Like, what are they supposed to do? You guys beat them by a hair to high ground. That almost went really poorly, but you did beat them. And the important part is that you get the kill here. Even if you don't get the kill, they have to drop out and back out, and then look at your DPS. Look at the sight line they get. You still want points, please? Keep saying please. It will work one of these days. I don't know if you needed to drop here. Like this is concerning to me because now you're leveraging space outside of your team's LOS. Do you see this, chat? Like he's pushing outside of where his team wants to go. His team doesn't want to move. They don't want to chase this. They've earned high ground. Let's just stay and hold high ground. You're gonna get walled here. Ooh, you got a kill, maybe. Oh, you did. Yeah. So that was definitely a mistake. Definitely a mistake. Over pursuit. So like some Mei micro. Pushing through a choke, but like also you should just not chase this far. Your team has high ground. They want to leverage this position, and look at this. This is scary. And see how they're pushing high ground now because you're not holding it anymore? You get really greedy, yeah. And that's really bad because now you have to retake high ground, and that's a whole other animal than just simply walking onto it. Oh, okay. I guess they just don't go high ground. That you take that. Right. I don't know exactly what. I mean, you had a couple teammates still alive. You guys probably prevented them from going high ground, but you got lucky there. You got really lucky there.
It's high noon. It's high noon.
Is there anything wrong with what just happened, chat? Like majorly? I see you, Sadie. Oh wait. Here I see Zarya. I want to speed her because I saw her alone. Yeah, but what's the problem with this? What's the problem with this? Look at. Do you see what you're pushing into? Do you see? Oh, chat. Oh, she's so precariously near the power button. It's scaring me. I have a book covering it, so she shouldn't be able to turn it off. Yeah, everyone's looking at him, but also it's more the fact that like your team can't pressure these guys, and they're shooting you in the back. So this shouldn't work. Like I honestly, chat, like just bomb rushing as Ryan is just so like I don't know. This is not the play. Because like again, you're outside of your team's LOS. Like your team wants, like you have a positional advantage. Why would you give up your positional advantage here? Look at these guys. Look at them. They match you in ultimates. Don't do anything. Look at this. Look at freaking Gator. What is he supposed to do? What the freak is Gator supposed to do? You're walking into a trap. And again, it's the Mei thing too. Like this is even more of a problem in the Mei. Even more of a problem. There's no way you guys win this fight. Yeah, it's not good. Not good. And now you just have to touch, but you don't even do that. Okay. Hey, we might be able to finish the VOD, chat. Nice. Go high ground. Go high ground. Go high ground. Go high ground. Go 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 go. But like again, do you see your rollout? Do you see your rollout from spawn? Your first instinct should be, guys, we should go try and pressure high ground. But look at what you do. You're more concerned with stopping cart. I don't think stopping cart is something that you can even consider doing right now. I think you need to clear high ground first. I mean, maybe you could flip the map, yeah, but it just shows me that I appreciate you being flexible. Like you're very willing to change up your plan to match what your team needs. I appreciate that, but I want you to be the one to value high ground more. And again here, Mei micro. Chat, what could PVZ do here? He sees Mei at high ground. What does he need to do? What does he need to do? You should know this. Well, it's not greed, it's bad greed, right? Good greed would be, I'm gonna press shift with bubble across this high ground. You see it? You're fighting for space, so you greed on the space. Your problem is you hold space and then you just completely abandon it. Do you see what I'm saying? This pressing shift here with bubble is good greed. That's good greed. Okay, but yeah, bait the wall, please. Bait the wall. Very easy to bait the wall. Not very. That's a complete lie. It's not very easy to bait the wall, but it's doable. You and your Zarya needed to do that. That Ryan's an idiot. That shadow would never work. Brilliant. And even though you've lost 2 members of your team, you guys probably can still win this fight. You'll probably need to drop eventually, but I would drop at the last second. Nice swings. Totally fine. And the key thing is that you were able to clear them off of high. Oh no, your whole team drops. Iris should stay high ground. Iris drops. Iris probably should have stayed high ground. So you guys do win this fight. Nice. Go back high ground. Sorry, we're speed running this, boys. Unfortunate. Now this is where not having a Mei kind of sucks. Like this is just where comp diff might start to be an issue. But you know, if you lose one fight to comp diff, you take it. You've lost a lot of fights unnecessarily. I mean, that's a massive pulse. Oh, please tell me this lands. Wait, how do you guys lose this? How do you guys lose this? Oh, your Kree falls. How did your McCree fall?
It's Hanu.
Spirit! You should have just stayed here and then dropped off this way if you wanted to. Monstrous shatter. Oh, you missed the fire strike. Oh, that's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. What could we have done here? So first off, like, hit the fire strike. You perfectly split the goalposts with your fire strike. And Naga, well, Red Veil is 94 HP. Naga is 113. Naga drops to, okay, so you could have potentially killed either one of these if you'd hit your fire strike. That sucks. And then you drop, or you walk away. Yeah, you walk away from the corner lamp, and then to make matters worse, you fall into a mine, or you would, yeah, you would have. That's kind of unfortunate, honestly. That's like I can nitpick the play a little bit there, but that's just kind of sucky. And then they win because they have high ground. Okay, so for you, I want you to think more about like clearing high grounds before you're pushing main, and don't feel pressure to instantly drop main. Only drop when cart or objective becomes necessary. And then really your job there isn't even to aggress all the time. Your job is just simply to survive. Like if you survive there, your team still has high ground, and then they're just going to outpoke them. Like you could drop here and use cart. Like let's say in this theoretical situation, the enemy team ignores your high ground and they're all pushing cart, and then you have to drop to stop cart from them from gapping. That's fine, but look at your McCree, look at your Bab, look at your Hanzo, look at your Lucio. They're going to be able to put out so much pressure on you and on the enemy team, and they'll be able to support you just as well. They can heal you just as well. They can lamp you. You'll be fine. Don't drop and go screaming into the enemy team, and only drop if you absolutely have to. This is a top, this isn't a, I mean, it's pretty close. This is a top 500 VOD. Like 4,200 is basically top 500 now, if you play enough games. The lobby is definitely top 500. PVZ might not be top 500 himself, but if he played enough games, he would definitely have it. So honestly, a couple of fights here, just kind of unfortunate. I don't think you played particularly well. I think your Mei micro needs to improve on. I mean, Naga is a really good Mei, so it's obviously rough because like you're not going to play against a better Mei than Naga. Like very few people I can think would be better Mei than Naga. Yeah, this is a real Masa. These are all the real players. But I think you need to do a much better job of clearing high ground, abusing high ground. And then just like I said, like on your retakes, just give it a quick check of what's easy and then go and then, you know, push main. Do you have any questions, Steady? Do you have any questions? At least right now, because we got the whole Q&A in like a week or 4 days or whenever you want to do it. But do you have any questions, immediate questions right now? Because this is a lot of high level stuff. I think I kept it mostly simple. But I'm curious. So even if it takes time to take high ground, still take it? Yes. If it's high ground that your team can use, definitely use. Or it's not a million miles away, then take it. Like first point high ground, sure. Second point high ground, sure. Third point high ground, sure. As like Hollywood, unironically Steady, take the elevator in Hollywood. Take the elevator in Hollywood, go to top of elevator and drop to push cart when you need to. Or have somebody else push cart and then you drop it once their Rhine starts contesting. Do you hear me? Do not let them take you be the your DPS should be feel like, oh, I win every duel because I get Rhine shield early on. Does it work the same for Orisa? Yeah, same for Orisa. Yep. So Orisa is just better than Rhine at longer sightlines. But even Rhine can like beat up Orisa that way because like your shield is a little stronger, so like it takes a little time for Orisa to outvalue Rhine even on high ground. So yeah, I don't take high ground because I feel like nothing I do not takes. Yeah. It takes a little time, but you can see how so many of these fights were lost because there was a massive discrepancy in map control. A massive, like they were consistently better positioned and had better angles on you, and that led, like, how do you win that fight? Like that's where you look at it and you're like, my contribution to this team fight feels so low because I don't know what to do. The fight is won and lost around you, and your contribution is nothing. Don't do that. Take it in your hands. Like, take the matter in your hands and control the map. Drop what you need to, but control the map. It's your responsibility. Amario's feeding. Yes, she does. You guys hear that? I feel like high ground with Rhine is better for mobility and flexibility. Orisa depends on cooldowns to move. Yeah, sure. I mean, like, I don't want to like spend a lot of time thinking about it. Like, we could take a lot of time like extrapolating like what the right move is for sure. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely something worth thinking about for sure. And then and honestly, trust your judgment. If something feels like really, really bad or really good, you know, go from there. But like, honestly, like just start thinking about it, and you might all of a sudden come to a different conclusion. That's the goal. Okay. So chat, we're gonna toss a host over to, I don't even know what rank this guy is, but his stream title is How Much Will I Tilt? And he's in competitive queue. And he's apparently his record is 11-7, so the man is hard grinding. So he deserves a host. So we're gonna toss over to AJH Craft. I will see you guys day after tomorrow. Tomorrow is my day off. If you guys are interested in coaching, so much more coaching. Thank you guys for the big stream. I really appreciate all the support. Just even being here, you know, sub or not, and bits or not. I know not everybody's in that position to do so. But just having you guys in stream, asking questions, interacting, and then hopefully learning, that's the fun. That's why I do it. I really appreciate it, guys. I'll see you guys day after tomorrow. Make sure to tell AJ Hcraft I said hello. Spilo out, guys.